Attention, please. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Party people, how you feeling?
All right. Party people, how you feeling? How are you feeling, Bucks fans? Welcome to the intersection of food and football. What else is there to like, man? Food and football. I mean, that's about as good as it gets. We're going to talk a little bit of both tonight. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. We've got a new little bit we're going to do for you. And I'm looking forward to that. And I think it's time for a fun night right here in What's Cooking in the South, Super Bowl edition. What's cooking at the Super Bowl? I don't know what we want to call this thing, but let's absolutely have some fun tonight. All right, guys, I want to hear from you. I'm going to put the link in the chat. I'm going to do that right off the top. I'm also going to get the phone number out there for you to call. I want to hear from you guys tonight. This is about you guys. I want to hear from you. There we go. Got the number scrolling across the bottom. 678 talk to me. 678-825-5263. 678 talk, the number 2 me. And I want to hear from you. Let's talk some Buccaneer football because we've still got Buccaneer football. We've still got Buccaneer football. As many games as you can get in a year, that's what we got out of the Bucks. You know, at the beginning of the year, they were saying, oh, it's going to be a shortened season. It cannot get any longer than what we're experiencing. This is as good as it gets. I am so freaking happy, and I bet you I know this guy is too. Johnny Dean, the professor. Hey, brother, how you doing?
What's up, bud?
Hey, man. Hey. Welcome to What's Cooking. What'd you have for dinner? Hamburgers, okay. Everybody, it still cracks me up how people act surprised when I caught them off guard.
It's not. I don't eat a whole lot, and I have to actually remember the last time I ate, and I call that dinner.
Okay, sure.
Dude.
Yes.
What's left for Brady? He comes back next year. What are we looking at? Are we looking at him trying to beat the Dolphins?
Yeah, that's what else is there?
Really, there's nothing else for him.
At this point, I guess he's just stacking them to make sure Mahomes doesn't pass him. I don't know. I mean, what? And I heard something hilarious this morning on Good Morning Football. I think that's where it was. It may have been on NFL Now. I don't remember. But somebody said that for Pat Mahomes to do the equivalent of what Brady has done, he would have to be playing in 2047 or something like that. Or I mean, no, it was Super Bowl 67. That's what it was.
Right.
He's gonna have to play in Super Bowl 67 or something. And what in the world? It's something insane like that. Some crazy stat. Like, I mean,
all right. He's been to the title game 3 times or twice. I know Brady beat him in one game.
Right, in the AFC Championship, correct?
Right. Okay.
Right. They went last year and he won.
Right. Okay. So then that's 2. Brady's played for 22 years, so he's only got another 20 years to go.
Yeah. Right. That's it's when you look at it, it's like, holy cow, man, he's got what, 20 more to go? I mean,
that's the tie.
Right. I mean, that's insane to think
And-
about. If he does that, he's literally what is that? This is Super Bowl 55. He'd be in Super Bowl 75.
Right, man. And we're just not even talking about the fact that Brady's probably going to play 2 more years here.
Right. I mean, I think Brady's going to play another couple years. I mean, I don't see him. He seems like he's having a lot of fun.
Dude, I've said this on multiple times and I get shot down for it. Brady coaching, man. I really can. And that's another thing he could take away from Bill Belichick. He has been the coach on the offense since he's been here pretty much. As soon as Arians said, okay, you and Leftwich take it over.
Well, they said it to him. They asked BA, what do you think about or what are you doing differently than Belichick with Brady? Sorry, that was trying to sneak out.
Yeah, I bet Belichick choked up like that too when he heard it.
Yeah. Welcome, Brady. I bet you they're doing a lot of that. Look, it seems to me probably most likely that like when it comes to coaching, I don't know if he's got the desire to put in the time, energy, and effort into that. I don't know, but BA said he lets Brady coach, and Belichick didn't. So I don't know. I mean, maybe Brady does want to coach. Maybe he does. I don't know.
Time and energy. Brady put so much time and energy into what he's doing
No,
already.
but I'm saying
I think it would be an easy transition.
I'm saying it's a different kind of time and energy. You've got to get kids to listen to you. Well, I guess he has to do that now, but it's for him to get that, for him to win. You may be right. You may absolutely be right.
I think he has the easiest transition for having people listen to him in history of football. I mean, just look at his record.
That's true. That's true. He walks in and just tells everybody, all right, shut up and do this. I mean, he kind of has that in his back pocket, doesn't he? Yeah. But I mean, it seems to me, maybe I'm wrong. When I look at Brady, he's got so much, I'm going to use the term star power, that I just don't know if coaching is where he belongs. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, he's not going to be like a Favre and just kind of go away.
No. I think coaching
no way.
I think football's in his blood to the point. Football is in his blood like it was in Arians' blood since Alabama and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's in his blood. I mean, a lot of sometimes you just can't get it out of you. And Brady is as affected by that disease as any human on the planet.
Yeah, nobody's talking about this. Everybody, I keep hearing, well, if they win the Super Bowl, I've had multiple people ask me the question: if they win the Super Bowl, does Brady retire? And I don't think so. If they win the Super Bowl, I wonder about Arians. There's a part of me that wonders about Arians because it's kind of the perfect time for him to kind of walk off into the sunset, you know, get out of there before COVID gets him, you know, it's kind of, I don't know.
I think Arians' contract is set up perfectly for that. I mean, it's not this year, but I think he'll coach next year, which since he's got Brady there and Leftwich and Bowles, he don't really have a lot of coaching to do. He actually maintains the head coaching position, kind of like John Harbaugh at the Ravens, you know. He relies on his OC and his DC, like most coaches are supposed to do. The coaches that lose the most are the ones that try to take over play calling and stuff.
Yeah.
Carter.
Well, I guess Belichick handles defense, but not the offense.
Right.
Well,
Belichick's taken on too much with the GM position. He should step aside and let somebody be GM.
He's just not a good GM is the thing. He got lucky that, I mean, it's the bottom line, just like the Bucs. And I'll say this, the Bucs fans, but the Bucs got lucky that they have Brady. I mean, it is flat out. They got lucky. So, all right, now let's let Brady. Now, if the Bucs are lucky with Brady, the bottom line is, don't tell me that this 6th round draft pick or whatever the heck he was, don't tell me that they knew what they had when they got him. Don't tell me that when they drafted him, they thought this guy's got the potential to be the greatest quarterback of all time. No, they didn't.
Nobody did.
Right.
Nobody.
No, they did. So they got lucky. All right. Now, Nothing wrong with being lucky. There's nothing wrong. I'm not blaming them for that. I'm not anything. They also, when the opportunity arose, they gave him the opportunity. They didn't take it away from him. They recognized what they had in him and they let him go with it. And you got what you got.
Right.
So, okay. I mean, that's all is well and good. So they got lucky. And Belichick has ridden that, for years now. And free agents wanting to go play there. Everybody thought that, they want to go play with Belichick and Brady. No. They wanted to go play with Brady. Because, nobody really wanted to go play for Belichick. Nobody talks good about the guy. Have you ever heard anybody really say, what a great guy? You hear great coach, but you never hear, what a great guy. Right?
Yeah, so, no, I don't hear that.
Right, but you hear it about Brady. Right? So, they want to play with Brady.
I do hear a lot of talk about Belichick is not like that when it's off the clock. What's the guy, the old defensive lineman that he had that's on the NFL Network now? I can't remember.
I don't know. I've got Teddy Bruschi stuck in my head.
He's a Hall of Famer, but the thing is, I've seen Belichick in his lighter moods, like when he's hanging out with Jimmy Johnson and stuff. So, but that's not coaching. That's on the field. He's completely different, and that's what the players see. So,
right. Yeah. But you've heard how many players say, "Yeah, not fun to play for."
Oh yeah, they don't want to play that militaristic style.
Right.
Belichick is Schiano, man. That's why they got along so well.
Right. That's actually now imagine if Schiano just happened to stumble into the greatest player of all time that had everybody begging to line up behind him to go into battle. Even Greg Schiano might have gotten lucky. Right. I guarantee you it would have been different. It would have been different. There's no doubt about that. So who knows?
As a defensive guy, I love both their fronts, the defenses they put together. Right. Schiano had a great defense. You can't take anything away from his defense.
Right.
Belichick's the same way, but then you take away that one piece that made his offense work, and it falls apart.
Right. And and Greg Schiano, again, the same mentality or same personality. Nobody liked the guy. And you do at some point. Listen, you don't want to be Raheem. You don't want to go out and hang out and go to clubs with your players. That's not the mentality you want. But you also don't want to be Tom Coughlin. Even Coughlin had to learn.
I want to see who Belichick brings in as his new OC, because another thing that happened there was Brady covered up a lot of Josh McDaniels' mistakes.
Now, explain to me. Now, did I miss this? Is McDaniel gone?
I've heard talk that he wasn't going to stay there. He might be there this year, but he's got to be gone, man. There's no way. His offense has been exposed completely. It should have been exposed when he was in Denver.
Yeah,
but everybody seemed to kind of like gloss over that,
Yeah, I don't know. It's a pretty amazing thing when you see. This is pretty.
It's that old thing about everybody points at the head coach, which the head coach is supposed to put these pieces in place.
Right.
So I kind of feel sorry for Belichick, thinking that he had something there, and then when Brady leaves, it's gone. Yep. I kind of feel sorry for him. Everybody's thinking of Josh McDaniels as this great OC and stuff, and you're exposed, dude.
Well, and that's the thing, and that's what I think about Belichick too. I think he's been exposed. I think that's what you're seeing is, oh crap, you bring in Cam Newton, who's a former MVP. He takes Cam Newton, former MVP. I'm not saying Cam is phenomenal. I'm not saying Cam is great. I'm not saying any of that. But 10 touchdown passes.
Jeez,
and God knows I don't like Cam Newton. Okay, but I feel
Cam Newton has not been Cam Newton since the Bucs took him out.
Agreed, but I don't think what you saw this year was Cam Newton.
No, and you'll never.
And think about this: if Cam Newton, for instance, was on the Saints,
He'd
Would've
be
been-
sitting beside Jameis on the bench.
He'd be. I'm saying replacing Brady with Cam. I think Cam would do well. I think that was a bad fit from the get-go. It was the wrong fit. It was everything about that was wrong. And Cam Newton got screwed in the deal. Now, I don't like Cam Newton. Cam getting screwed, okay. but I mean, I look at it and go, well, all right. That to me, this is all just exposing Belichick more and more and more. And I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
Is Alex Kappa?
that was what I was reading just now.
Yeah, that's what I just looked down. I think I've not heard anything about him, so I'm guessing he's out.
Yeah, you got 2 weeks, so who knows? But I'm telling you,
Denny's been fine, thank you.
I'm shocked that I'd forgotten that Kappa was out of the game except for that one play where Stinney gave up that sack.
Yeah.
But other than that, I didn't miss Kappa.
No, I know, and that speaks extremely highly of Stinney and this coaching staff. And this is what I've been saying about this coaching staff all along. They find ways, when you lose somebody, they find ways to compensate for that. I'm not saying it's fine, like when they lost Vita Vea. Look, this ship, the wheels did not come off the wagon. This ship did not sink when Vea went out. Now, it sure is nice having him back, but it's not like all of a sudden teams were running all over them.
Well, they adapted to the run, but they had to give up a lot of passing plays to do it.
Yeah, but
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What matters is they held up, they got through, and
right. And that's my point.
And we're going to be healthy in the Super Bowl, except for maybe Kappa.
It's freaking amazing. I mean, nobody's healthy. Nobody is healthy at this point of the year. Okay, they lost to OJ Howard, and I'm at this point, I'm like, who?
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
I mean,
Brate stood up.
Yeah, that's a guy who that's rather unfortunate for him when it comes to his paycheck. OJ Howard just, I mean, I don't know. And Gronk is coming back, so OJ's certainly expendable. But I mean, yeah, I think Brate's going to have to take a massive pay cut, but I think he will.
Yeah, there's your Brady effect.
Right.
Right. If you're not willing to take a pay cut, then don't play with Brady.
Right. Right. Hold on. We got a call coming in. Hey, Todd, are you there?
I'm here, Rick. How you doing?
Good, man. You're on with me and Johnny Dean, the professor.
Yes, sir. How you doing, Professor?
How you doing, Todd?
Good, Professor. Hey, couple things, and
Todd,
I've been listening to y'all.
Before you get started, I have to ask you the question, Todd. What'd you have for dinner?
Oh, I had a chicken Cobb salad.
Oh, that's nice. That's good. That's
good.
It
was very good, very healthy.
Excellent.
Good stuff.
Excellent.
It filled me up.
Excellent. Okay, go ahead.
Well, first of all, I gotta ask. You just mentioned OJ Howard. Is he? I've been hearing rumors he's coming back. Is he coming back for the Super Bowl?
No.
Okay.
I don't know. Let me put it this way. I'm hearing rumors about everything at this point because they're going to the Super Bowl. There's rumors about everything. I don't think there's even whispers that he might come back. I've not heard anything other than random fans saying, I heard, you know how you have like people love to act like they know what they're talking about. And some guy who's like a plumber in Sheboygan, he comes out and says, well, I've got sources that told me. You know how that goes.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, listen, we're there. It's been a long time. Rick, you and I, we've been there since '76.
All of us. Johnny Dean too.
The professor's been there, but I'm sure he's been there pretty close too.
Yep.
We have to stop Tyreek Hill to win this game.
Well,
if we do not stop Tyreek Hill, we are in trouble.
Well, let me qualify that. Okay, I think what you're saying is correct, but let me qualify it. We need to slow Tyreek Hill.
Thank you.
Okay.
There's not going to be a stop to
Right. You're
Tyreek.
not going to stop Tyreek Hill. You're not gonna.
Well, yeah, maybe I worded that wrong. Yeah.
Right. Their tight end.
Travis Kelsey is
Yes,
just
Travis Kelsey. I would much rather see them really clamp down on Travis Kelsey, make their offense one-dimensional, and see what happens.
he is the hardest matchup in football.
You got to stop Hill and Kelsey both, and of course Patrick Mahomes.
Well, Mahomes, yeah. Look, here's the thing. After the first quarter in that first game, the Bucs did just fine. Thank you. It's once they changed up their defense and realized what they were doing was, well, that's not going to work. Man on him. That's not going to work. Once they figured that out, they were fine. They did okay. They almost came back and won the game. So they learned a lot. That first game, let me tell you guys how important that first game was for this coaching staff. They learned a lot in that first game. And it's not like the Packers game. When you looked at the Packers game and you looked at the Bucs and the Packers and you said these are not the same teams. With the Chiefs and the Buccaneers, they were starting to come around about that point. So the Chiefs, they're still kind of that team. I mean, they're not reinventing themselves at this point. The Buccaneers aren't really the same team the Chiefs have seen. So I think.
Oh, I agree with you.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I mean, ever since we played Kansas City right before the bye week.
Yeah.
And ever since the bye week, we've won 7 in a row.
Yeah.
And 3 games on the road, 3 playoff games on the road, for God's sakes.
Yeah. And the editor-in-chief, Philip Schwegler, says something that in the chat here that I think is absolutely important. He says, especially with the injuries, he talks about the pass rush will help. The Hill issue, especially with the injuries the Chiefs have along the offensive line. The Chiefs have lost both their starting right tackle and their starting left tackle. And the Buccaneers got Vita Vea back. So, and if anybody saw, I don't know if you saw this morning on Good Morning Football, but they have a segment normally called Angry Runs, but in the playoffs, since there are fewer games, they call it, what do they call it? Angry, shoot. It's something that it basically, yes. And it's basically, it doesn't just take in runs, it takes in everybody and everything. I forgot what they call the segment, but they gave it to Vita Vea and they showed him just take this massive mountain of a guy in front of him and run him back into Aaron Rodgers. Just ran him straight back down and mess up a very key play in that game. I believe it was
ended up in a sack. Yeah, that was a sandwich sack right there.
Right. And I mean, Vita Vea, this team made it without Vita Vea just fine. And I never understood the concern about everybody. Are they going to be able to stop the run? I heard it over and over and over and over, and it just drove me nuts. And they kept saying, "Oh, well, what about without Vita Vea? I'm worried about it." Look, they were able to stop the run. When you lose a player like that,
this is what I think, Rick. They stopped the run, but I don't think they had as many sacks as they should have. And Vita Vea opens up that door.
Absolutely
for
right.
Shaq Barrett, for Jason Pierre-Paul.
And the secondary.
That's why those 2 guys had 5 or 6 sacks between them.
Yes.
Because of Vita Vea.
Yes, and that's what the Chiefs don't know is coming for them. This is what I mean. They're in for an eye opening when they come there and they see, wait a minute, this is not the same game we played last time. They'd better raise their level of their game because the Bucs sure have.
Well, I agree with you. Vita Vea, we said it all along. It was a huge loss, but I agree with you, Rick. We stopped the run.
Yeah.
But we did not have as many sacks. And Vita Vea opens that door for guys like Pierre-Paul and Shaq Barrett and Golston.
Yep.
And I'm sure the professor is agreeing with me too.
100%.
He is a difference maker, and you cannot put one man on Villa and expect to get somewhere, because he will maul you.
And I don't know how many plays he played in this last game, but I get the feeling that
25 snaps.
okay, so I don't think they're going to hold back quite so much with him in the Super Bowl. I think it's kind of no way around it. It's sort of balls to the wall. You let it all hang out. You leave it all on the field. Whatever happens, any other cliche you could think of. I mean, I think they're just going to leave it there.
Yeah,
Well, I'm gonna rephrase what the professor said a few minutes ago. I heard him say, we're going to be healthy for the Super Bowl, except for maybe Whitehead and Kappa.
Yeah.
I don't know the extent of Whitehead's injury, but we'll have a AB back. We'll have Winfield back.
I believe that it came out today that Whitehead, they did the MRI. There was no serious damage as far as structural damage. I think he had a separated shoulder. I think it's just a matter of what he's feeling like. That's a pretty big deal at his position. So I think it's just a matter of where he's at, probably the amount of pain shots they can give him and what he's willing to deal with.
Well, I mean, the way we're playing right now, it's like I told Peter Blake last night. It was when we go to Washington, it's all about their defense and Chase Young.
Yeah.
And we can't beat Washington.
Remember that?
with that defense. And we go to Washington and we beat them. It was an ugly win, but we beat them.
Yep.
Okay. And Tom Brady was pretty clean that night against Washington. Then we go to New Orleans, and New Orleans is our nemesis, and we've lost 5 straight to them, and they have our number, and we can't beat them. And we go to New Orleans, and we beat them.
Yep.
Great defense.
Yep.
4 turnovers.
Yep.
Devin White.
Yep.
I can go on and on. And then it's the Green Bay, and we can't beat Aaron Rodgers. He's the MVP, and Green Bay's a different team, and they're hitting on all cylinders.
Yep.
Tampa can't win in Lambeau. Well, what do we do? So
Can we
this
finally
national media, like I told Peter last night, some of these people need to shut their damn mouths.
Yeah, can they finally stop saying, can I no longer hear conversation about the Bucks not being able to win in cold weather? Look, number one, both championship games they've been in have been below freezing, and they won both of them. Okay? They beat Washington when it was 30 degrees. That's done. It's over, guys. Please stop talking about the cold weather in this team. Just stop it. And next year, when they are in the playoffs or playing in cold weather later in the year, when that happens, hopefully there'll be home games. But when that happens, stop it. Okay? It's been answered. Stop it. It's like the worry about the run. I kept telling everybody, stop it. Just stop it. Okay? There are other things to worry about.
I'm with you. I'm with you 100%.
All right. This is going to be awesome.
Listen, I was one of those guys. I was a little skeptical. I know when we won the Super Bowl, we went to Philly.
You're a Bucks
and
fan.
Beat them in cold weather.
Yeah, you're a Bucks fan. Of course, you're going to be skeptical. That's what we do. We've had the crap beat out of us for so long. You're going to be skeptical.
Well, yeah, we have, and it's been a long drought. And now, Buck fans should be excited. Now, Tom Brady has changed the culture, but it's not all about Tom Brady. We have got Pro Bowlers that got snubbed on both sides of the ball.
Yep.
Offensively and defensively.
But Todd,
when they snubbed Devin White and they snubbed Levante David.
Todd, I have a little bit of a different take on this.
Duo linebackers in the NFL. I'll argue with anybody on that.
I agree with you about that, but I believe that respect is earned. And I believe they've done that now. I believe this year changes all that. Okay, this is how the rest of the league watches them. This is how the other players see these guys play. This is how they earn this reputation and this name. This is why next year you're going to see a lot of different stuff. Like they'll be making the Pro Bowl. They'll be in that stupid NFL's top 100 players. You're going to start seeing all of this. Respect is earned.
Back next year because everybody, we're not going to be able to sneak up on anybody anymore because the targets will be on our backs.
Yeah, that's kind
And
of
especially if we win the Super Bowl, we'll have a bullseye. We'll have bullseyes on our backs.
I don't-
Because everybody.
yeah.
We'll get the best game from everybody next year.
And don't you think Tom Brady is going to have that pounded into these guys' heads?
Wait a minute. We had the target on our back as soon as Tom Brady signed us with this team.
There's truth to that. If you remember the Saints talk, you're right, Johnny. Because if you remember, what's his idiots was talking immediately about Brady and not worrying about the Bucks. I can't remember what. Oh crap!
But you remember, Professor, what everybody was saying? Oh, he's 43 years old. He can't throw the ball the long ball anymore. He's all washed up.
I'll tell you, there's
that's why he couldn't make it in New England. Well, in New England, he couldn't make it because he didn't have any weapons.
Max
there is nobody.
And remember, we go to New England next year.
Yeah.
That should be a Monday night game.
Oh man, you bring it back game.
Let me say this. There is not a defensive player in the league, excuse me, and there's not that doesn't want a Tom Brady trophy. I don't care if he's 43 years old or not. When he signed here, every one of those guys' eyes turned to Tampa. Every defensive back.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. What's his name? I can't remember his name in golly. Why can I no? There already has been in my brain. The Saints, his name starts with a C. Can't think of his name. Defensive player was talking garbage about Tom Brady as soon as he signed. And yeah.
Washington.
You're talking about, yeah, their star defensive player.
Yeah, I can't think of his name. Starts with a C.
His name has left me as well, but I know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
he's on Good Morning Football all the time.
Yeah, well, he could be on the crying a river right now. No. Who'd you say?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I can't think of his name either. It doesn't matter. Somebody in the chat will mention who we're talking about.
Yeah,
but
that's your dream, man. So we've got.
Who's that?
Carlton.
No, that's our guy, Carlton Davis. That's our guy, Carlton Davis. I think his last name starts with a C, if I remember right.
Well, what I'm saying is, from game one, this team took every team we played's best shot all year.
Yeah,
that was it.
Cam Jordan.
Oh yeah, Cam Jordan.
Thank you, Eric. Thank you, Jason. Golly, Daniel. Thank you. My brain was just it was I don't know what happened.
No, that's who it is. And he said, well, Brady, he came out and said, well, the Bucs are going to be playing for second place.
Yeah. Well, and we did, and he was right.
And now they're on the golf course.
Yeah. Enjoy it, buddy.
So good luck with that.
Yeah. Let me know how that works out for you. While they're at home watching the Super Bowl, we're going to be home playing in the Super Bowl. So
yes,
it's kind of all I got to say about that.
Yes.
So
well, listen, guys, I know you probably have other callers and everything. It's always a pleasure talking to both of you. I'm so excited. We can beat the Chiefs. We are a different team. We're not the same team when we played them.
Oh, I agree.
And the way Leonard Fournette is playing right now, and Ronald Jones, we have our running game going, set up the play action.
Yep.
And have our guys healthy.
Man,
I think we got a great chance to win this.
I think it's just be in the game for, and then who knows what's going to happen. My money's on Brady if you're in the game. So anyway.
And a shout out to the O-line too. I mean, they've been playing lights out.
Yes,
they've been playing lights out.
Yes, they have.
Hurts and Winfield, the two rookies, have been outstanding
this year,
the whole year.
This morning on Good Morning Football, they kept talking about how great Kansas City's defensive line is, and I'm thinking, you're forgetting. You're forgetting, but that's okay. Let him keep forgetting about the Bucs defensive line. Just keep it going, fellas. Just keep talking about Kansas City. That's right. Keep talking about Kansas City.
Washington's defensive line, the Saints' defensive line.
That'll take us and say we're going to win it. because of Kansas City being there last year and winning it.
Yep.
And Kansas City, listen, they're a good team. There's no question about it. But we are rolling right now, and I don't think we can be stopped.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I actually don't think so either. I think they're on that kind of a run. They're like you brought up, I believe, last night. You even brought it up. This is the longest winning streak in team history. I just don't see it stopping here.
I don't either.
Yeah.
I don't either. And number 12 is motivated.
Yep.
And he will have those guys. All those guys will be ready.
Yep.
And they will be ready to play for Tom Brady.
Yep.
And the defense has been playing lights out. I mean, so many stars on that defensive unit. They're playing so good.
Yep. Well, thanks for your call, Todd.
Thanks, Rick. Thanks, Professor. Take care. You guys have a great night.
Yep, and I will hear from you later in the week, brother. It's Super Bowl week. You better be around. Talk to you later.
Yes, sir.
Bye-bye.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yep, bye-bye.
Todd got me pumped up, man.
Oh, man, Todd gets me jacked up every time he calls. I love that call. All right, let's bring Matt from Oklahoma in. Matt, buddy, how you doing?
I had Mongolian beef from the local Chinese restaurant with a couple of egg rolls at about.
Now that's the way you do it, Matt.
Half an hour
Thank you,
ago.
Matt. That's the way you do it. I don't even want to have to ask. So now let's see what happens if we bring in. Let's go, buddy.
Oh, there you
Oh
go.
boy, here we go.
Mike,
Hold on, fellas.
what'd you have for dinner?
Jambalaya.
Jambalaya.
yeah.
Oh, nice. Nice. Well, what is that? It's minus 38? That's
It's-
definitely not
Freaking cold, bro.
yeah, that's
Minus?
Celsius. That's Celsius.
Go
So
play some
cold.
football.
Right. No, it's still cold. That's still very cold.
The Bucks will win that game.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think anybody's winning that game. But wow, yeah, minus 38 Celsius. I'm not sure what that is. Somebody look that up also. In Fahrenheit. Anyway, so guys, I gotta ask y'all real quick. And you know what? I'm gonna get to this in a second. I want to, while you guys are all here, I'm gonna play something. I'm gonna play something from a few months ago, 5 months ago, before this season started, and there was a rant. I mean, there was somebody put up on Facebook a post saying, if you think Jason Light is a good general manager, unfriend me.
I remember that. I do remember that.
Well, I'm going to play for you. It takes a few minutes, but it's worth your while to look back on this. This is what I had to say about that. Okay, I need to get this off my chest.
Okay.
Yesterday, when I was online, someone posted on Facebook a post, and I've seen these posts before about different things, but it was, if you think Jason Light is a good general manager, just go ahead and unfriend me now. Now, first of all, I love Buccaneers fans. I think Bucs fans are loyal to a fault. They've stuck with the team forever through the worst of times. And when I say the worst of times, I mean literally they have the worst record of any professional sports team, and I know in my lifetime. So, I mean, it's not bad. It's really bad. And Bucs fans are still there plugging away. I mean, yeah, sure. You throw a bag on your head every once in a while, or you joke about how bad the team is, but you're still there, doggone it, every stinking week. But let me say something. If you're the one who put up a post that says about anything, if you don't believe this, if you don't think this, if you're not on my side on this, then go ahead and unfriend me. You know what? I'm not doing the work. You do it. You unfriend me. If you think Jason Light, if you say, whether I disagree with you or not, you want to go ahead and take me, you want me to take myself off your friend list, dang it, you do it. You know what? First of all, if you think Jason Light's a bad general manager, you're a fool. He's put together a Super Bowl quality roster. He's brought an amazing coaching staff here. You're an idiot if you think that Jason Light is a bad general manager. There's no way around that. He's brought in so many he's brought in the right free agents. Now you go back a few years and you say, oh, he drafted this guy bad. He drafted that guy bad. Think about this. When he came in, he was fundamentally handed Lovie Smith. That was the first thing he had to deal with. And what are they doing? They're bringing people in for who? Lovie Smith, and who was the offensive coordinator? Jeff Tedford, right? Think about that disaster that he was handed. Jeff Tedford was like offensive coordinator for like a day and a half, something like that. And then that flips over, and in an emergency, he brings in Dirk. Okay, Dirk wasn't really his guy, but he deals with Dirk. So now you've got Dirk there. They get rid of Lovie Smith 2 years later. They bring in Dirk. Dirk looked like he half cared. I don't know what happened. And Mike Smith on defense didn't look like he cared at all. And Lovie Smith, again, now what's he doing? He's drafting people for one style of defense. Then he's shifting to another style of defense completely. The offense has changed. Now the offense is opening up. He's drafting players for a different offense. He's trying to fit into a situation that's being thrown at him. It's not his guys. It's not his chance to build a team. Now what happens? They finally decide, all right, we're going to get rid of Cutter. And whose guy comes in? Jason Light's guy comes in. And what's happened since then? You've got the right free agents. You have the right coaching staff. You have nothing but success happening. I love a general manager who can sit there and say, yeah, that guy's a mistake. I'm going to get rid of him. Stop getting mad every time they cut somebody, that the team cuts somebody who's not performing, and be glad that you've got a general manager and a head coach that have the balls to cut a guy who should be cut. And they're not sitting there saying, no, I've got too much pride. We drafted him in the second round. We can't cut him. Get him out of here if he's not good. If he's not going to help your team, if he's going to hurt the team, get him out of here. You need to have a little more, you need to put a little more thought into this. He's put together a Super Bowl quality roster. Doesn't mean you're automatically going to the Super Bowl, but he's put together that roster. So if you can't sit there and see it right in front of you, you're probably the same guy who every free agent that comes along, you think, oh, we got to get him. We have to get him. No matter what the situation is, he's the guy. We got to get him. Can we get him? You pay no attention to a salary cap. You pay no attention to whether or not the guy plays the right style of defense, 3-4-4-3, Tampa 2. You pay no attention to any of that. It's just, oh, I know that name. We got to get him. Okay, and that's your whole answer, and you think that's what it's all about. I'm telling you something. We've got a great head coach. You have a great general manager. You have a great organization who seems like they finally figured this out. You stick with something. You stop changing coaches every 2 years. You stop changing direction every 2 years. You keep trying to bring in the new flashy free agent who's not there to fit your system and be a great player. He's there to sell tickets. They didn't do that this year. Sure, Brady sells tickets, but they brought in a guy that the coach wanted, not just the owners. You brought in, now you've got a team that's functioning and working on all cylinders. Imagine the gears. They're all turning together for the first time. So if you're going to sit here and you're going to say, if I think Jason Light is a good general manager, you want me to do the work and unfriend you? No, bye-bye. You do it. All right.
So
Can I interrupt real quick?
Yeah.
Minus 38 Celsius, minus 36.5 Fahrenheit.
Oof.
It's damn cold no matter if you're metric or not. All right, carry on.
Well, nothing like a buzzkill. Took the energy right out of that. Took the air out of that balloon.
I smelled a segue watching that.
Well, no, I mean, to me, this is the thing. For all the people that were out there who were talking about, Jason Light being a bad general manager, do you still believe that? I want to know, do you still believe Jason Light is a bad general manager? If you do, call up. I'll give you the platform for 30 seconds, and you can state your case. And I promise you, I will not attack. We'll have a conversation about why you believe Jason Light is a bad general manager. I'm giving you the floor. I'm giving you the opportunity.
Where's Brad? Big Brad.
Where's Brian?
Brian.
Brian.
Let's add Steve Glasker to this. Hey, Steve, how you doing, my friend?
Steve,
What's going on, guys?
Good. What'd you have for dinner?
I had breakfast for dinner.
Okay, what'd you have?
I had pancakes, eggs, and bacon. You can't go wrong.
Dude.
Oh,
That's a good dinner, man. There's nothing wrong with that. That's a
I
good
was
news.
just-
The other day, Matt came in and said he had Pop-Tarts.
Nobody's going to top that, Rick.
No, you win.
No, they won't pop that.
Yeah,
That's the high bar.
yeah, you win.
Unless Steven said he ate flapjacks and bacon and eggs and started singing "I Am a Lumberjack." Now that would have killed me.
Oh man, Matt's still carrying over from the chat, man. He's got it going on tonight.
Yep. So, Steven, what you got for us, brother?
Hey, first of all, I just want to give you a round of applause, brother. That was phenomenal what you said about Jason Light. I
Yeah.
don't understand how he didn't get executive of the year. I don't
He'd better get
understand how that happened.
executive of the year. He'd better get executive of the year.
As I understand it, he's not even at the top of the list for it. But he should definitely get it. I mean,
Where
he
did you
orchestrated
hear that?
Tom Brady coming to Tampa. You also find a way to get Gronk there, who is actually, even though quote unquote retired with New England, they found a way to get him out of that contract and get him to Tampa. You end
Where
up
did you hear he's not in the talk?
I was listening to what show was it I was listening to? I forget who the guy is that they have at the top of the list. I'll find it for you when I look up.
It's probably the guy from the Browns.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, there you go.
The Browns is a good story.
Holy cow, man. If it's not, I don't get it.
Yeah, there's another general manager who they're currently saying is going to get it, and Jason Light's name wasn't even mentioned, which just blew me away. His name wasn't even mentioned.
The Browns manager and Jason Light are in the same boat. They've done the same thing, except we're still playing. They ain't.
And we're
Well,
more
they took.
Apparently they did. They took the vote back in December.
When everybody was just getting selected for bracket.
Right. I don't know.
I understand that Jason Light didn't get it, and I don't understand how that happened.
But we got two of the best linebackers in the entire NFL, and they don't even get a sniff of the Pro Bowl.
Apparently they don't announce this until May. I'm completely confused.
I thought it was supposed to be announced at the Honors Awards. Oh,
I don't know. I'm looking at it on the Baltimore Ravens website. In May 28th, 2020, Eric DaCosta named Sporting News NFL Executive of the Year. Okay, that's what that is. Sorry. Yeah, I don't know. We will see. I'm just I don't even have words. I mean, if you're not going to get, you know what's funny? You know what? Honestly, if you don't give it to Jason Light, the NFL Executive of the Year should be Tom Brady because he brought in all these players.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you know what I'm getting a little sick of hearing, guys. I don't know if you've been noticing this. Who came up with this term "baby goat"? What the hell is that? They got the goat against the baby goat. I'm like, Mahomes has been in the league for 3 freaking years. How the hell is he the baby goat?
Because he's unstoppable, Stephen. The guy has got all the tools that we've got, and he's got speed on every position. Even the water boy's fast.
And I hear you, Matt. But let me kind of push back at that a little bit. He's unstoppable except for Brady. The last time he lost the championship, he lost it to Tom Brady in the AFC. When they didn't go to the Super Bowl the year the Patriots went and beat the Rams. So he can be beat, and he has been beaten by Brady before. And don't get me wrong, the guy's phenomenal. He's got crazy talent, and he beat the brakes off of the Bills on 1 foot. I mean, he's got crazy talent.
They've beat each other. They've beat each other twice.
Right. And my thing is, if you give me, and I agree, I don't usually agree with much Stephen A. says, but Stephen A. made a great point about this. He said, if you give me Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce and Edwards-Helaire, or let's say you put Deshaun Watson in Pat Mahomes' position, Deshaun Watson could beat him.
Yeah. That's why I've been saying about Mahomes. Everybody's saying, is he going to have more Super Bowls than Brady? And I'm like, simmer down, man. He's been to 1. You know? I mean, he's been to 1. I mean, that's way too early to be making a call like that.
It's funny how the Chiefs were not even in existence until 3 years ago. It's like nobody knew they were up there. And now since Derek Thomas died, they've been nothing. They had
Yeah.
Christian Okoye.
Well,
for a
that's
couple
not
of years.
entirely true. When Alex Smith was playing there, they were relevant.
Yeah, I agree. And once Andy Reid took over there, they became a relevant franchise.
Yes.
And even with Alex Smith there, you're right. Even with Alex Smith there, they still got to the championship game. They made the
Yeah.
playoffs every year.
Yeah, they were relevant. You didn't want to go there and play.
Oh.
But the fun, I mean, it's just fun to think out the fact that these two are going at it. Now I know like Baby Goat bothers you. It doesn't bother me because I look at it and I say, okay, this guy's playing at a level really probably that nobody else in the league is playing at. So greatest of all time. I don't like that phrase being attached to him. Although his individual seasons, the last 2 seasons, maybe you could say are maybe the greatest seasons of an individual quarterback of all time.
Who got the MVP last year, Rick?
So
That was the Ravens.
it was Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, that's my point. He didn't make MVP in his second year, and he won the Super Bowl. So
but that doesn't I'm not sure. I'm not sure what your point is there. I mean, you're not going to get MVP every year.
He had a year and 2 years, 3 years, whatever it's been, and he's always at the top of the chart on everybody's gossip show.
Do you know he's already behind pace for Brady?
On what?
Brady. I think this is Mahomes' 3rd year, right?
Yeah, 3rd or 4th.
Yeah, 3rd or 4th year. I'm not. I heard somebody talking about the fact that his 3rd year. Okay, it's his 3rd year. Yeah, Brady won in his 2nd year, I believe it was. But yeah, I mean, I guess I don't know. We'll see what happens. But when it comes to, I guess, the winning percentage or something, he's behind pace for Brady. It was funny. Look, the bottom line is this: I'm taking nothing away from Patrick Mahomes. I don't. You want to call him Baby Goat? That's fine. You want to. All of that, that's all fine. Any respect you want to give to Pat Mahomes, that's fine. He's phenomenal. He's great. All of that is true.
I'm with Christopher Cole here, man. He's been injured 2 years in a row. Okay.
Yep.
And
Well, that's why I say in the long run he's not going to be around, and I think right. You're not going to see the guy playing in the Super Bowl 20 years from now.
No,
Yeah.
I don't. You won't see this again.
a lot.
Yeah, and then because of the style of play he has, I mean, he's got a phenomenal arm. Don't get me wrong, Rick. I agree with you. He has got ridiculous talent. The only person I've seen that has his level of talent, to be honest, is Aaron Rodgers before him. He's essentially a lot like Aaron. He can throw the ball anywhere. He can throw it as far as he needs to throw it, and it'll still be an accurate ball. He is phenomenal, but he also, because he's like Aaron, like the professor's saying, he gets hurt a lot because he's running all over the place. And once you become a runner, you're free game.
What's the saying? The flame that burns twice as hot burns half as long. So that's why it's hard for me to say greatest of all time. Now, I mean, can you say the greatest running back of all time is Bo Jackson? You know, you could make that argument, and he didn't play for long. So, I mean, was he the greatest? If that guy had a career as long as, you know, blah blah blah, fine. If I still think Barry Sanders is the best ever. The thing is, I look at Pat Mahomes and I say, all right, he still has the potential to be the greatest of all time. Okay, Baby
His
Goat.
mother says Patrick.
Fine.
Call him Patrick.
Yeah, Baby Goat. That's fine. Baby Goat. Baby. He ain't the real thing yet. He's trying to be the real thing. He's trying to grow up into the real thing. Let's wait and see what happens.
I kind of
compared him to the Mamba today.
Yeah, don't.
I kind of hope that Baby Goat takes off because you know it has to irritate him.
Yeah, I don't know.
And I guess for me, it's just I look at it this way, and I agree with you guys, but I still believe you could put Deshaun Watson in that system.
I think you're right.
He would be to another Super Bowl.
Yeah, I think you're
look
right.
at the weapons they have, with the weapons they have, and the coach they have. You're gonna go to the Super Bowl in that system.
Well, that's why I said wait. But they've been saying Brady's a system quarterback. So, look, all I can say is this: wait and see, because Andy Reid isn't young. Doesn't look all that healthy. I don't know
Never
how long
has.
he's gonna coach. I don't know how long he's going to coach. Let's wait and see what happens. But even if he gets 3-4 years more out of Andy Reid, eventually that train's going to end. Eventually, salary cap issues or who knows what's going to happen get hit repeatedly. You don't know what's going to happen. So let's wait and see. But everybody thinking he is greatest of all time or he is all that. Simmer down, fellas. You are way too early on that.
I think the enemy's going to take over for Andy. I think that's what's already settled in.
Who?
The enemy.
Yeah, maybe. That's probably why he's not interviewing as hard as as could be. Yeah,
Right.
that could be. Guys, I want to go ahead and first of all, I'm going to break for a commercial. When we come back, I've got a new little segment that I want to do, and we'll go from there. If you guys want to hang around, hang around. If not, thanks for stopping by.
Absolutely, man. I want to see the second.
What's up?
Okay, so I'm gonna go to commercial. We will be right back.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay! All start up the gut and he goes to the end zone.
You know what, first of all, you think Jason Licht's a bad general manager? You're a fool. He put together a Super Bowl quality roster.
Tom Brady is expected to sign with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
All right, guys, welcome back. Now, what I'm doing here on What's Cooking in the South, I've got a new segment here, going to be called the Meme Grinder, and it's basically now I'm going to bring up I'll call them my favorite memes from the week. They may be funny, they may be poignant, they can be anything. You have no idea; it could go in any direction. Some memes are serious, some memes make a great point, some memes are just plain hilarious. So that is what the next segment is going to be all about.
Rick.
Yes, Johnny.
I was going to ask if these were producer approved.
Yeah.
Producer never approves of anything I do. Okay. So the first one, if you look at the banner, it says beat Tom Brady twice in the regular season. That's the banner in New Orleans.
That's great.
Yeah.
Did Brian or whatever his name is?
I like that one. I like that one. And just to go right along with that, yeah.
Go back to the first one, Rick.
What do you think that kid's saying right now? That kid's crying. We made that little kid cry.
Go back to the first one, Rick.
Okay.
That's nice toilet paper.
Oh, God.
Okay, bring on Brady. And what's funny is just how much that little symbol there after the G looks like a I'll just say
No, don't even say
I'm going to be nice and say a middle finger.
Keep it
I'm going to be nice and say middle finger.
I think the kid's asking for Brady to come and get him away from his stepdad.
Here's redheaded. Okay. Most conference championship games. The 49ers and Steelers have 16. The Patriots have 15. The Cowboys have 14. And Tom Brady has 14.
Beautiful.
That's just a crazy
Yeah,
stat.
it's a crazy stat.
Hey, Brett.
Even Brett
Oh, by
Favre.
the way, guys, I don't think that's Photoshop. He actually did wear that shirt.
No, he did wear that shirt.
Yeah,
He
he
did
wore
wear
for the
that shirt.
grind. Yeah.
It was not that was not the game against the Packers, but he wore that shirt.
Well, they've been around about the same
Actually,
amount of
do you know
time
what
together.
game I think that was? I think that was the Chiefs game.
He looks pretty buff there.
Yeah, I
does,
think that was
doesn't
the
he?
Chiefs game.
There's Bernie.
Bernie!
All
They got
right.
him in the straight jacket.
Tom Brady has made the Super Bowl in 10 out of 21 seasons. Johnny, you brought this up, 47%. Steph Curry's career three-point percentage is 43%. Tom Brady is more likely to reach the Super Bowl than Steph Curry is to make a three.
That's incredible.
You don't get stats like this unless you hang around for 2 decades. Then there's
no, you can get a crazy stat like that if you only go 2 out of 3 years. But this guy's done it over 21 seasons.
It's crazy.
Okay, when you've won so many Super Bowls, you decide to host one.
That's good.
Okay, Bill Belichick watching Tom Brady go to the Super Bowl without him. All right. Now I love this. I love this stat. Hold on, let me turn off the phone number banner. Hold on. All right, I love this stat. I love this meme, the Tom Brady effect. Look, let's go across. Okay, Bucks make first playoff since 2007. Now to the right, Patriots miss first playoff since 2008. Tom Brady throws 40 touchdowns. Patriots quarterback throw 10 touchdowns. Bucks go from 7-9 to 11-5. The Patriots go from 12-4 to 7-9. 11-5 without Belichick. Brady. 56-70 without Brady.
Enough said.
Yeah.
Wow.
I love that one.
That's
I
pretty.
That's a mic drop moment right there.
Yeah, that is. Okay. Yeah, here you go. NFC championships. Brady won in 1 season. Rodgers won in 13 seasons. Breeze won in 15 seasons. Ryan won in 13 seasons.
Wow. What was that Breeze one?
What's that?
What's the Breeze say?
1 in 15 seasons.
Can you say that louder for Brian?
Brian, 1 in 15 seasons.
Hey, bye, you boy. 1 in 15.
Yep. Remember when all those people said they were going to boycott the NFL?
Am I funny to you? Am I funny to you?
I make you laugh?
You think I'm funny?
Who's got the background there? Oh, no.
Yeah. Hold on. This year's Super Bowl is really just a giant MythBusters experiment.
Well, that's true. That's a good. I
Look
like
at that.
That's
That is awesome.
That's funny. That's funny. All right, and this one just for Steven.
Go,
Uh,
baby, go.
The baby goat. All right. Let's see. When you realize Le'Veon Bell and Antonio Brown are in the Super Bowl, and yet you're surrounded by TikTok dancers.
I've seen that one floating around up here quite a bit.
Oh, man. All right. Look at me. I was the system. I look at his face.
I am the system.
Yep. All right. Here you go.
There's
You got to go back to Homer. Always that one. That's the classic. That's the classic. And here you go, guys. And we can talk about this. Packers fans, we were robbed. Yeah, there was no pass interference there at all.
That's his undershirt too.
Yeah.
I mean, he's stretching it 3 yards, and he's
Yeah.
got his damn undershirt.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I mean,
Well, he's lost 5 yards off the ball, right?
you should have. Yeah. They should call it the same both ways. You show me an example of one that bad.
Aren't you allowed to do that inside of 5 yards, though, Rick?
No.
Grab a hold of him.
No. No. You cannot do that within 5 yards.
He did that twice, that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
He let go and he grabbed it again.
Yep.
Hey, look at it, Jameis.
Hey, James.
You know what I saw?
That's beautiful. That's
You know
beautiful.
what I saw in the chat in the kids podcast earlier today?
Yep.
Some guy named Yevon or Yekin,
Yaj.
Y-E something or other.
Yaj. Yaj.
He said Brady went to the Super Bowl with Jameis's team. I shit you not.
Yeah.
That-
People say what they say. This is all I got to say about that.
yeah, that was it.
All right, now guys, I love this one. You ready? This was on Wikipedia. I don't know if you guys know. For those who don't know what Wikipedia is, everybody should. If you don't know what Wikipedia is, it's basically an encyclopedia online that users are able to update. this happened. NFC Championship game. The NFC Championship game is the annual championship game of the National Football Conference where a team gets to win against the Green Bay Packers. Somebody went on and changed the Wikipedia. That was really on there briefly.
Oh, that's awesome.
I missed that one, man.
Yeah. The second best one, my second favorite one of the week is this. Tom Brady at age 72 signing a contract extension with the Bucs.
Oh, Lord.
14th Super Bowl.
And my favorite of the week, my favorite meme. February 2nd, 2020, Tom Brady is honored as one of the top 100 players in the NFL in NFL history at Super Bowl 34. 3 days later, Brady posts this message on his Instagram. This is a screen capture. I'm not wearing a blazer to the Super Bowl next year. All right, he said that 3 days after last year's Super Bowl. I'm not wearing a blazer to the Super Bowl next year. 1 year later, Brady makes it to the Super Bowl in his first season with the Buccaneers.
Wow.
Yeah, that's amazing. That is amazing. So there's your first, our first run through of the meme grinder.
It's pretty good.
That's pretty good stuff you got there.
Yeah, that's fun stuff.
I like them all except Baby Goat.
Yeah.
There's a couple of them going around where like Brady's holding the baby and it's got Patrick Mahomes' head and he says, "Who's your daddy?"
See, now everybody, I want you to send those and send any memes that you get, or you know how we have that other segment on the other show.
Stupid Bucks fans say.
If you could please send anything you have like that to cheapseats.live@gmail.com. Help me out. cheapseats.live@gmail.com. If you could please do that for me, I would very much appreciate it. The more content, the better. You guys see a lot of stuff. If I got eyes from all of you helping, that would be a huge help. Everybody got that?
Brian Pearson, for you, that's easy. We'll break that one down to bucksbeatsaints.com.
cheapseats.live@gmail.com. Anyway, so I think that's funny stuff. I love that. I think it's kind of a fun little idea. We also have a new segment coming up starting on Saturday where we will also, by the way, we'll do the meme grinder again. But then Saturday night, we have a new segment coming up called Prime Cuts that I think you guys will enjoy.
Will there be brisket?
I hope so.
Don't tell Steve that joke.
That's never going to die, brother. It's never going to until you eat brisket, it's never going to die.
Rick, you guys will like this that I just found this, and this is actually on Twitter. It's from Phil Yates, who's the the NFL insider, and has the fantasy football deal on NFL. It says over just the past 4 drafts, Jason Light has added Chris Godwin, Devin White, Tristan Wirfs, Ronald Jones, Vita Vea, Antoine Winfield Jr., Carlton Davis, Sean Murphy Bunting, Alex Kappa, Jordan Whitehead, Scotty Miller, Jamel Dean, Mike Edwards, and Tyler Johnson.
So what's your point?
if he does not win Executive of the Year, the award means nothing. The award has no meaning.
Will you please send that to me?
He's still having to wear that egg for the Roberto Aguayo thing. I think that's going to plague him for a while.
Steven,
that's all anybody knows about the Bucks.
Steven, will you send that to me, brother?
Sure thing.
cheapseats.live@gmail.com.
Steven, you got to embrace the underdog, man. Even when we won in 2002, we went into that game as the underdog to the Raiders.
Hey, Johnny, are we going to be an underdog this year? I don't think so.
Yes, yeah, we already are.
Are you talking about next year?
No, this year coming up. Like this next
coming up, upcoming year. Okay, because this year we're still playing.
I know.
By the way, I don't know what happened. You guys remember how just like the show that I did the night of the NFC Championship game, I had a really hard time coming up with
stupid Bucks fans say.
Well,
That didn't last, did it?
no, it didn't last. I guess they all woke up on Monday and decided to become their D-bag selves again. And
Except for Max Kellerman.
wow, I have a
I can't
lot.
stand that guy.
I got again. The Bucks fans came through for me. Holy cow, man! What the heck? I'm just blown away that they're in the Super Bowl. You know, and I said it. And I thought I was joking. I was half joking when I said that. I promise you, if the Buccaneers win the Super Bowl in their home stadium, the confetti is flying. Brady's holding up the Lombardi Trophy. Somebody's gonna say, well, they would have won by more if they had Jameis Winston. I mean, it's gonna happen.
I'm not kidding. The guy put in the
I mean,
put in the chat that we won. We went to the championship game with Winston's team.
yeah, I just
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my
Max
life.
Kellerman. By the way, let me give Max Kellerman a little bit of props in the middle of him being an idiot. Let me give him a little bit of props about
Oh,
something.
God.
Max
He's an idiot.
Kellerman, hold on. Max Kellerman came out and said, Tom Brady has had a complete Hall of Fame career since I said he went over the cliff.
Oh my God.
Okay?
Yeah.
That's props. Give him props. I mean, that's hardcore admitting you're wrong. And,
Yeah.
you know, for him to say in his tweet, Tom Brady has had a complete Hall of Fame career since I said he went over the cliff. So he owned it. He has owned it. He picked the Bucks, by the way.
It doesn't excuse him.
No, but it doesn't excuse it when that I said that they shouldn't get that they don't need that the Buccaneers don't need Leonard Fournette. Holy crap, was I wrong? Okay, it doesn't excuse the fact that I mean I wasn't kind of wrong on that. I was way wrong on that.
That run he did on Sunday was probably the best run I've seen all year, and I'm including Rojo's 90-yard deal.
Oh yeah,
Rojo's
90-yard deal was just all of a sudden the seas parted, and I mean,
yeah,
just run,
he got open,
run, Rojo, run,
wide open.
Yeah,
but Fournette decided to go all side. He was like, "I'm going in. I don't care what you say. How many guys you got in front of me?"
Well,
and they were showing the replay on ESPN today. And
what's that?
There's that point.
Got nice feet for a big guy. He can maneuver like he can.
Dude, my favorite part of that run was when Wirfs is sitting there going, oh shit, I guess, and then doesn't get to the block and
he just kept. Yeah, I'm sure Fournette had words for him afterwards, like, dude, they didn't even have to hit me. You could have just gotten in the way, and nobody would have hit me. But I mean, I think Wirfs was more shocked than anybody. I think Wirfs was like, I think he was like watching it happen and was thinking, "Holy crap! Oh wait,
Yeah, he's still moving."
Yeah. Oh wait,
Mike Evans threw a pretty good pass or a block there towards the end.
He got the only person that had an angle on Fournette. I give Evans that was a great block by Evans.
Yeah,
finally.
Yeah,
he just got enough in the way to change that trajectory. But that spin move that he did at the 2, that's what they were showing on ESPN. They were kind of giving the defender a hard time. He's talking about, we're going to go all the way up to here. Now watch, and you can see me. I'm getting ready to spin. Okay, I'm going to spin on you. And he turns that pirouette on him and goes in for the pylon. That was beautiful, man. That was just beautiful.
Well,
the coolest thing is
the obvious hunger that he had.
Yes, he was going to score. And
yeah,
we need to have everybody feel like that.
The coolest thing was that he rolled over the top of the defender to make sure his body didn't touch the ground.
Yeah, he had all that stuff working. That's going to have AWS written all over it pretty soon. I got 16% of a chance. I'm stopped at the goal line at 0.06, and now I go.
Yeah. I mean,
by the way, guys, you know the defender that he knocked that he bounced over to get into the end zone.
King,
the same guy that got burnt by Scotty Miller.
Yeah. Well, that's not so impressive. Everybody gets burnt by Scotty Miller.
Yeah, but what? Okay, so what defense were they playing?
Yeah, they should have had somebody over the top on that. Absolutely.
That was a bust.
How do you let that happen? I mean, it wasn't like he barely let it happen. I mean, Scotty Miller wasn't. It's not like Scotty got a little bit behind him and then made a great catch. Scotty Miller was like, I mean, Scotty Miller could have sent him a postcard. I mean,
Well, he was a yard in front of him when he released the ball.
Yeah.
And then he put on the afterburner.
And there should have been somebody over the top.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
And that's the one that my neighbor came knocking on the door with his Kansas City Chiefs flag in his front yard.
Yeah.
Giving me a bunch of gripe about what are you trying to do here? Win a game?
Yeah. I mean, Willow says something here. Rojo's run was blocking and speed. Lenny's run was pure power. It wasn't just pure power, though. It was power with that graceful spin move, followed by, I mean, and the initial thing when he ran into the line, it was like there was this giant pile of people, and he just kind of said, "I'm just going to step over."
He's a big, strong guy to maneuver like that.
Yes.
Yeah, he was dead cold stop.
It's not like he's war done. He's a big man.
Right. And that's why I said it was like Allstott and Dunn combined in one.
How do you think those Panthers people or the Jaguar people up in Jacksonville were thinking that they let that guy go for a bag of chips?
Blew that one.
It wasn't even a bag of chips. They just let him go. They didn't get a bag of chips. They didn't get chips, man. They just let him go because he was this is the thing that I find so funny with the Buccaneers when you think about it. First of all, you got Brady, who, Brady he's 43 years old. He's over the hill. He's gone over the cliff. He's blah, blah, blah. Now, hold on. Let me go through all this. Listen to this, guys. You got Gronk, who's been through, 153 surgeries or whatever the heck it is. You got Fournette, who's a locker room problem. All right. You've got AB, enough said. All right. You've got Ndamukong Suh, who has gotten in trouble for dirty play, time and time again. You've got JPP who's blowing his fingers off. Okay. You've got all of this happening. It's like the land of misfit toys in Tampa that have all come together and are playing like this well-oiled machine. How you get this crew of misfits?
And I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah, and I think about it when I list them. Think about that. When you list these guys and the stories and the issues behind a 43-year-old quarterback, a retired, damaged, beat up tight end, a running back that's a castaway malcontent, a wide receiver who's barely out of
that wide receiver certified.
Yeah, who's barely out of jail.
That speaks to the organization, man.
Yes, and I mean it's phenomenal. So I want to give the Glazers props for one thing. Listen, let's start with Daddy Glazer. Look, do you realize? Let me say this: how many teams have never won a Super Bowl? There are teams that have never been to a Super Bowl. Okay, now this is our second trip. All right, since the Glazers took over, props to Daddy Glazer who taught his son something. Because they've got the Bucs here now. So
it only took them 20 years to figure out what Dad knew.
You know what? That's not that long, man. That's not that long when you're looking at teams like Detroit who've never been.
Browns. You got a point there.
Browns. Right. That's my point is look, if you go by if you're in a perfectly even league where everybody is equal, you're going to go once every 16 years.
Right.
All right, you'll win it one out of 32.
Mike, Minnesota's been to a Super Bowl. They just can't win it.
They've lost 4.
Right, but
my bad.
Yeah, but
you make a great point.
Come on.
Yeah, the way when you read that off, Rick, was crazy about that. As you were talking about that, it literally sounded like a movie script that you were pitching. It didn't sound real.
Right.
It sounded like something somebody would write in Hollywood.
Right. When you think about it, it's the old, he's getting gray templed, good looking quarterback with the supermodel wife. The big lump of a meathead tight end. All the characters are here.
Most lovable tight end in the world, man.
What's that?
The most lovable tight end in the world.
Yes, this team. Guys, you realize we may go see a movie about this one day.
No, we will go see a movie about this one day.
I mean,
we're going to have one guy in the locker room that's got a voodoo doll in his locker that he talks to.
Jameis.
Are you serious?
Huh? No, I don't know. I'm talking about what was the one in baseball with Charlie Sheen was the wild thing?
Yeah,
The one dude had the voodoo doll.
Yeah, but I
one.
wouldn't be shocked. I mean, would you really? I mean, it's
whatever works. It's the Al Davis mentality. Just win, baby. Bring it in.
It's a Bucks play.
And the guy who's like the most beloved. Yeah, the one thing. Now let me tell you something, guys, and this haunts me. Okay, this haunts me. Every year you have games. Every team, every year you have a game or two that come down to a field goal. The Bucks have not had one game come down to a last-second field goal.
Well, in the last 2 months, we can't stop scoring 30 points.
I want you to think about that. The Buccaneers have not had one game this season that came down to a last-second field goal.
We're going to have Suckup doing the Norwood this weekend.
It's unheard of. It's unheard of.
Well, honestly, that Kansas City game was a 3-point game. So if we'd have got the field goal, it would have came down to that.
It didn't come down to a last-second make or miss field goal.
Right.
And, I mean,
I see what you're getting at. Okay, with the kicking.
Yeah, that always happens where you have a game that comes down to that.
How many rings?
Now, I hope you have wood next to you somewhere.
Me.
How many times did Vinatieri save a game?
Twice. They won 2 Super Bowls because of Vinatieri. Now I would love to see Suckup do the same thing. Now, but the thing is this, guys. What if the Buccaneers win the Super Bowl? This is going to be hilarious. If the Buccaneers win the Super Bowl because Kansas City misses a last-second field goal, the flood of posts on Facebook saying that the Buccaneers suck and they got lucky from Bucs fans is going to be amazing.
That would just piss me off.
It's going to happen, Matt. It will happen. I guarantee you that.
That would happen. If that's how they win, I promise you it will take 30 seconds before you see the first one.
It's like seeing Christy Brinkley in a damn two-piece and somebody says, well, her navel's a little bit hairy or whatever the hell you want to say. It's just, how do you do that?
Wait a minute. If her navel
was
hairy, hold on. If her navel was hairy, I got a problem with that.
There's a little bit of that happy trail thing, but we're not.
Little white hairs. Okay, I'm with you.
Yeah, I'm not talking about. No, dude, we're not talking about a Jew fro. We're talking.
Rick, I want to say something to Christopher Cole here real quick. Christopher Cole, I'm not allowed to talk about that tonight. I'll have a thread up for it during the weekend.
What's that?
I'm not allowed to say. You told me I'd get booted if I said it.
Oh, I don't even remember what I said that about, but yeah, it was.
He's talking about this Senior Bowl, dude, this weekend.
Oh yeah, we're not talking about the Senior Bowl right now. Stop that. We're in the Super Bowl. Screw the Senior Bowl right now.
Are they actually having a Super Bowl?
We can talk about it in a week. We can talk about it in a week. I know it's a big deal. We better have our scouts there. I'm sure the Buccaneers have scouts there doing their job. But
for
right
the 32nd pick.
What?
For the 32nd pick, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers select.
Matt, watch it.
What?
Rick's got his finger on the ejection button right now.
We're not talking draft. We don't have to talk draft. We're talking this season.
Well, we're on the same page, Rick. I was giving Johnny a hard time about that the other night. He sent me some kind of deal about I'm looking at the draft and I'm thinking about what a 32nd pick is going to be. And I had to remind him, we're in the moment here. We got a week to the Super Bowl.
Dude, that's what I was telling you. That's what I was telling you. I was doing that, and it dawned on me. That's when it actually dawned on me that, dude, we just won the NFC title game.
It hasn't hit me entirely. I still haven't. That moment still hasn't hit me. I am still, and I remember this feeling. I remember this exact same thinking going through my head all those years ago, thinking, they can't win the Super Bowl. The Bucs, they can't do this. What? I mean, just not the Bucs. This doesn't happen to my team. It just, it's exactly the same feeling. It's exactly the same feeling. And let me tell you something. Like, the Chiefs have the better offense. Okay? The Chiefs.
Pull up Brian Pearson's comment, dude. That's the worst comment the man's ever made.
Well, hold on.
Rick.
All right. This one?
Yeah.
It's going to be real funny if Kansas City knocks out Tom Brady in the game and you guys have to use your second string quarterback.
That's a whole new level of hatred, man.
Wow.
Whole new level being a dick.
Hey! Canadian. They can't say that word in America.
Richard
It gets
Pearson.
you in trouble.
You already put the S
You
word.
have sound effects for that, Rick?
How about
What?
penis?
What did you say?
Do you have any sound effects for that?
You know what? Here's what I have, Brian. Dude, if you're gonna go that classless, I don't want you around. I like you, brother. I do like you, and I do like having you here. But don't go classless. Don't go there.
Hey, wait a minute though, Rick. You gotta remember. Every time Brian says something, the opposite happens. So what's gonna happen
That is true.
is
That
Mahomes
is
is gonna
true.
get knocked out of the
Mahomes
game.
going to turn
They're
his
gonna
knee.
have to use the backup.
Mahomes blew his knee out on a quarterback sneak. Now, so the guy's he's a little bit of tissue paper because that concussion came from nowhere. Nobody hit him. He put his forehead on the ground.
That wasn't even a concussion. It was a stinger. It was he got nerve damage.
Who is this
He
guy
was knocked
named
the
Rick
heck
H?
out, Johnny.
This is kind of scary. There's somebody named Rick H.
Oh,
Brian, by the same token, we could hit Mahomes in the ear hole and end his career.
God.
Yeah, everybody stop with that, okay?
Yeah, I never wish a player any kind of injury.
Everybody.
Yeah.
That's just now we're delving into an area I'm not willing to go.
And I'm not sure Chad Henning is a bad option for him. He sure didn't. They didn't come down at all when he got out the last game.
Yeah. So
second string guys.
I have no desire to have that conversation.
Yeah, I'm not wishing any hate on anybody getting hurt. I don't want that to happen.
That's Philadelphia. Go ahead and you want to be like that, move to Philly.
Or New Orleans.
New Orleans put out bounties on people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true.
So
That's true.
Let's whoever
And
breaks.
real quick question, guys. You guys ever watch Good Morning Football?
Yeah.
And, they have the angry run segment.
I brought this up earlier today.
That's phenomenal. That Buccaneers won it 2 weeks in a row. Two different players. Last week it was Devin White, and this week it's Vita Vea. That Vita Vea, I was listening to you earlier, Rick. That Vita Vea, oh man, that was brutal. He just ran over.
Yeah, literally.
Have you ever watched any of Vita Vea's highlight reels from Washington?
Oh, it's going to be fun. The one he's just the highlight reel that he's building here in Tampa.
Absolutely.
A year or two from now, it's just going to be fun just to kick back, go on YouTube and watch and laugh.
Hey,
They
Johnny.
need to put the case marker on the side of his helmet. The guy's like a tractor.
He's freaking.
That pushback that he
Real
did to
tractor
squash
out there
that
for
pocket
John
up
Deere,
there
man.
was beautiful.
A cat. I'm calling him
What
a
was that,
cat.
Johnny?
He's a dozer.
Yeah. Let's see. Rick H says, "Fight fire with fire, and never back down." That's the generation I was raised in. No,
Well,
I was raised in a generation that said, "Let's have some class." Come on. Let's see. What does Brian say here? How many taste something? I'll see what I want. If I don't like it, you can kick me away. Kansas City is going. I have no idea what that first sentence means. Brian, can you send that for our English-speaking friends? Kansas City is going to destroy Tampa and Tom Brady. That's a fact. It doesn't matter. Anyway, yeah, Vita got the angry runs, which they call, I forgot what they call it now. It's not angry runs.
Scepter.
No, right, but it's not runs. They changed the word.
Angry plays.
Yeah, it's something I don't remember. But
I should know this. I watch that show every day.
no, I do too, and I don't know. I'm losing the word.
It would be scary if Brian had offspring.
Oh God.
He did. He already did, dude. He does have a kid.
Oh gosh.
His name's Bobby Boucher.
This is my dad.
I thought it was Damien.
Wow.
That's incredible.
Wow.
It's probably too hard to spell for him.
Mama said.
How many?
Mama said the devil did it. It was the devil. But
I never saw that show.
you never saw the movie? Oh, you gotta watch that movie.
You have never seen the Waterboy, dude?
Yeah, you gotta see the water.
Oh my God.
The guy drinks water out of a backpack sprayer. That's pretty disgusting. He does.
Yep.
I never had brisket even, for God's sakes.
Okay,
Don't talk about my mama.
Rick H. Was at the first game against the Chargers in '76. Played and coached 4 levels for 22 years, and I'm a guest on several YouTube football channels. Welcome, Rick. Absolutely welcome. From one Rick H to another, welcome. And I'm glad you've been. Well, you were at the game. I don't know if you were a fan at that point, but
Be a fan.
was that the first game against the Chargers? I've been a fan that long. Rick, we all go way back. Johnny Dean goes back that far with us. We've been fans as you know. Yes.
During that 0-26 streak, right?
Yep.
Was there any point at that streak where they could have won a game and made it?
Several. There were several of them.
No, not so much the first year.
No, but the second year they had a couple of shots. They lost.
Yeah, the second year they had a couple of shots at winning it before they did.
It was like a total washout.
Yeah.
Well, you have to remember something about that situation. We didn't get equilateral players like they do now. When they build a franchise, they give them decent.
Yeah,
players.
you literally, like at quarterback, the guy was playing. He was a bag boy at the grocery store the week before.
Was that?
We had a quarterback given to us that was in IR.
What's that?
We had a quarterback that was given to us that was on IR and never played a snap, dude.
I watched the 0-26 documentary. I couldn't believe how bad they were.
Oh, they were. It was horrifying. The first year they didn't even come close.
That's the next level for Brady. Starting at the last loss we had, we're going to win as many games as we lost the first 2 years.
26.
There you go.
And I want you to think about this. This postseason, forget the year. If they win the Super Bowl, well, no, it's already true. It's already true. They won more in this postseason than they did in their first 2 full seasons.
Absolutely. That wasn't a hard record to break, though.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
You know what I find funny? I watched the Tom Brady his combine video.
Mm-hmm.
He got drafted.
Dude was slow.
He went from that person to what he is now.
Yeah.
It's incredible how.
Yeah.
He's still not fast.
That's why I said anybody who says that guy is not athletic, they're just wrong. I mean, he's turned himself into like some sort of a physical Adonis. I don't even know how you describe it. I mean, what he's
money.
done. Not money,
and
man.
trainers.
It's not money. That absolute. There's a whole lot of guys who make more money than he does in the league, and he is. I mean, I heard something like he's made $250 million in the league, which sounds like a whole lot until you think Patrick Mahomes just signed a contract for $450 million. So
yeah, make $500 million.
Yeah.
That's
While
crazy.
he's made that much money, that has nothing to do with this, man. That is nothing at all. It's all there's something in that guy that just drives him to excellence.
It's called heart.
Yeah, but there are players with heart. This guy's next level. There's something.
His drive and determination is just another whole level, dude.
Honestly, it's probably some clinical. This is probably a fact. Okay, his desire to win and for excellence is probably some sort of a psychological issue.
It's a cyborg.
Yeah, that I'm glad he has. I mean, whatever it is, it's caused him to. I mean, think about it. The top model in the world is his wife. Okay, he's by all counts and everything we've seen, great guy with kids. Great. I mean, good looking. Oh, by the way, the best quarterback in history. I mean, everything this guy touches, he's Midas.
Where does he go from here, Rick?
He'll retire when his son's ready to take over.
There's one thing. If he wins the Super Bowl this year, there is one possible thing he could do beyond what he's done.
Go out a winner.
And no.
Miami Dolphins.
No, yes. That's the only thing left on his on that's the only check box unchecked is an undefeated season. That's it.
Well,
There's
how
nothing
many have we
left.
got in a row now?
I think if he wins this God willing, I think if we win this season, the Super Bowl, his drive will be to repeat because I think he would really like to repeat with a different team.
Yeah.
So that he can take the whole idea of, well, the last time a team repeated, it was with the Patriots. And that can be his last way of sticking to Bill. Hey, I repeated with another team. You no longer have that record. And I've watched a lot of documentaries. I'm a Brady fan. One thing about him, he is a fierce competitor. His desire to win is on par with Jordan. He has, like what you're saying, an insatiable desire to win. And I listened to Rodney Harrison, who played with him for many years in New England. He said, "Hey, don't let the pretty boy thing fool you. Brady is a thug." He said, he doesn't just want to beat you. He wants to destroy you.
Yeah.
He wants to break your will to play him.
Yeah.
And he wants that the next time he plays you, you were thinking, whoa, that's Tom Brady.
I don't want to do this again. Yeah. And I got to bring this up. Brian Pearson says any quarterback, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I think he means get. You guys will say that he's the best. It's what every fan says. It's all. If he doesn't win, then hold on, Brian. You're wrong, buddy, because last year we were not saying that about the guy that was here last year. You're wrong. You're just plain wrong. Sometimes, listen, Brian, sometimes stop talking, okay? It's to your advantage sometimes to stop talking because, sometimes when you talk, come on, man. I mean, it's crap coming out of your keyboard. I mean, to say that no matter who it is, that we're all going to say we love him. Were you not here 365 days ago?
I was thinking of Matt when he said that.
Come on, man. Come on. Everybody. God, man.
Man, I got my head ripped off over hating on Winston, though. People were all over me.
Well,
I know exactly what Matt's talking about.
Let me say something. You can say, I don't like this guy as our quarterback. And Matt, you were saying you didn't like his off the field stuff.
Well, no, I said that's why we shouldn't have drafted him.
Right.
But by the time last year came around, I was saying we gave him 5 years and he sucks.
Exactly.
Why do we keep him around? I mean,
I'm on Matt. I'm with Matt on this. I know we've had long discussions about this one.
I believe honestly this. I believe that, look, you're partly right, Brian. You're partly right. Whoever is the quarterback, I'm going to root for him. But that doesn't make me blind or stupid. Now, something has happened to you somewhere along the way in this life where you've become one or the other. Okay? You get to choose, blind or stupid, but you're one of the two.
Or Brian, aren't you tired of losing?
If you think, Brian, that we'll just say whoever the quarterback is, he's the best, you have to be either blind or stupid. You pick.
Or on crack.
No, he's too fat for crack.
Rick H. Brian is a Saints fan. He's a Jersey Saints fan. He's not even a Chiefs fan. He's just bandwagoning them because he hates the Bucs so much.
Yeah,
he's called an NFL troll. That's what he is.
Yeah, well, trolls are small, aren't they? But
no, certainly.
Apparently not.
Be nice. I can't say anymore.
Wow.
Brian's going to be upset with someone. You should be upset with Michael Thomas. Did you guys see what he tweeted out when he was watching the Bucs play Green Bay?
No.
He threw some serious shade at Drew Brees, believe it or not.
What did he say?
He said, well, when your quarterback can't throw more than 20 yards, it's easy for a defense to, essentially figure out your routes. And
I saw that.
I was like, what? And he couldn't have been talking about Brady or Aaron Rodgers. They both definitely throw more than 20 yards.
He didn't show up in the game. I guess he showed up on Twitter.
Wow.
We all know Twitter can get people in trouble, but we're not going to go there.
Nowadays, if you say stuff, they just cut you out of Twitter anyway.
Well, yeah. What you're saying. It all depends on what you're saying. But
But I can't believe Michael Thomas would throw Breeze under the bus like that.
Yeah, what an idiot. What an idiot. Well, you know what it is he's not my quarterback next year, and I've still got pride and ego, and I've still got to make it look like wasn't me. It's not my fault I didn't show up.
Right.
You know? Idiot. Wow.
I don't think, man, that's just crazy.
That's just that
Michael Thomas kind of, in a roundabout way, just said that Evans was better than him because Evans has carried some bad quarterbacks.
Yes, he has.
For 5 years.
Yeah.
That's a great point, considering that he's been in the league for 7 years?
Yeah.
He's had 1,000-yard seasons every single year.
Every year.
That includes all those Josh McCown.
Wait, Brian Pearson says, because he's Brian, he says, I'm not a troll. I like Patrick Mahomes. If he was a free agent and the New Orleans Saints got him, that would be the biggest thing in the South Division. Brian, you are on crack. I'm not a troll. I like Pat Mahomes. If he was a free agent and my team got him, it would be a good thing.
That's kind of contrary to everything that he said about Brady. Everything. He is contrary.
Yeah, everything he just said, everything he said, Bucs fans are bad for embracing Brady. He's going, I'd embrace Mahomes. And
you can bet your ass if Brady went to New Orleans, he'd be embracing him too.
Wow.
Language.
Wow.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Matt.
Wow.
You know what, Brian?
Brian, come on.
Brian, you can have Mahomes in about 10 years because that's how long his contract is.
He can probably have Brady in about 10 years at the way things are going.
I don't think Mahomes is
Brady's going to play another 20 with us. To prove he can carry us for 20 years.
Brady's going to be the first guy to see if he can win a Super Bowl in 6 different decades.
How long did Mel Blanda play? Was he almost 50?
You mean George Blanda? George Blanda played.
Yeah. Who the hell is Mel Blanda?
Mel Blanda, his younger brother. He actually played for the Poughkeepsie Lions.
I think Mel Blanda was a stage name for Mel Brooks. I got them all crossed up. I just messed up their back.
Mel Blanda played for the Poughkeepsie Lions of the
1932 championship team.
Yes,
Weren't you there? So anyway, my question is, Blanda played till what, 48? Wasn't he? Because I remember when he retired, that was a big deal.
Yeah, I don't know. You remember when he retired?
You got your years wrong there, Matt. It was the the Amway Bears that won the 37 game.
Yeah.
God.
When did Blanda retire? 70 what?
2010. I don't know.
No. Okay, I'm looking it up here. George Blanda played 26 seasons, so Brady's got 5 to go. And he retired at the age of 48 in August of 76.
Yeah, there you go.
And that's on Wikipedia, so this might be wrong, Rick. It might be totally wrong.
You gotta love that, though. You gotta love that somebody did that. You know, it was probably only up there for like 30 seconds before it was corrected, but those are 30 beautiful seconds.
How long was who's in charge of Wikipedia? Who sits in their basement and checks off all of the entries like that?
It's all the other users are checking it.
Guys like Brian.
When it change, if you're one of the, listen, if you've contributed to that, to the NFC Championship, if you created it or have contributed to it, to that particular post, you're I forgot what they call it, but basically, if you're at the level where you're creating things and putting it up on Wikipedia, if you're one of those members, you have, and somebody goes in and makes a change, you're notified, and you can go back and replace, remove it or whatever, because you can verify it, correct it, whatever.
That's crazy.
So, yeah, that's why it's pretty much accurate. Is other than for 30 seconds here or there, when somebody's hilarious, you get pretty accurate information because there's a slew of people checking it.
Well, that's pretty incredible. I had no idea how you went about doing that. For somebody to get away with it is.
Willow says anyone can edit a Wikipedia page. That's not correct. You actually have to you become a certain level of, I don't know, whatever.
You have to go through the edit process.
Yeah.
How
Not that,
accurate?
I've done, not that I've done it or nothing, but you do.
How accurate is Wikipedia?
It's pretty accurate. Now, I'm not going to say, don't bet your life on it. It's pretty accurate.
It's far more accurate today than it was 10 years ago.
Because you have a lot of people, that are, sort of checking it all the time. It's constantly, it's hard to, if you go out there and put misinformation, it's going to get corrected. So
That's amazing somebody got away with that, though. That just.
Well, no, you can put it up there for like 30 seconds, then you'll lose your privileges. So
it was worth it.
Yes,
something like that.
Absolutely. Yeah, whoever did that, they're brilliant. They're just brilliant.
So Brady has to play till he's 48 years old. How old is he now? 42, 43?
And the funny thing is, I wonder how many games Blanda played in versus how many games Brady's played in, because the seasons were shorter then.
Yeah, there were 12 games.
Yeah, and they didn't have the long preseason. So, like I said, Brady has played in postseason almost 3 additional football seasons.
That's incredible.
Jordan Blanda played 340 games.
Tom Brady's played.
I'm gonna look it up.
Did you guys see that picture? What was that picture? What was the game? Was that the divisional round where they showed the picture of Blanda at 43 and Brady at 43, and Blanda looked like Brady's dad?
Well, that was back when they thought Big Macs were healthy. That's when Rosie Greer used to go and slide into Crystals just before a game and get 400 burgers.
What year did Blanda play? What was his last year?
76.
70 something. I've changed the page.
76. What is the? Yeah. What? How many games has he played? Has Brady played in?
I'm still trying to find it. All I'm getting is passing records and things. It's kind of messed up.
Just passing records?
Tom Brady total games.
Blanda 26,000 yards passing, 236 yards touchdowns.
Tom Brady total games played. Here we go. Hold on.
301. If this is right.
301.
He'll break Blanda's.
Yeah, he's almost there.
He's almost got 80,000 yards total in his career. God Almighty!
How many miles is that?
79,204.
10 kilometers.
Oh, God. He's got 581 Super Bowl yards. Or touchdowns. No, that's career. I'm reading this wrong. 581 career touchdowns.
Wow.
Just in the Super Bowl?
No. This page is very poorly.
Great years there with New England, but come on.
Yeah, no, this is incorrect.
I think you're reading a future Wikipedia.
No, I'm looking at Pro Football Reference, Mr. Professor.
Oh, man.
And then there's even a link down here for more Brady pages. He's probably got gazillions of them. Oh, my Lord. Starts in 2004, goes to 2020. Shit. Wow.
Tim Witherspoon, man, you made an appearance.
He always comes on strong. What did he say?
He said, the guy says he's not a troll. He's right. Trolls have job guarding the bridge. All he guards is his mouth.
You must answer this one question. What is your favorite color?
And trolls tend to be small, don't they?
Well, they eat people, so they can't be that small.
Oh,
Shrek?
Okay.
They lay under a bridge and lay on their butt all day until somebody comes by and they steal their food.
Shrek was an ogre, not a troll.
Oh, okay. Well, same thing.
No, it isn't.
No, they're not.
You didn't play Dungeons and Dragons. You don't know the difference between an ogre and a troll.
Matt, I wouldn't
about
be
250
bragging.
hit points.
Bragging, Matt. I've never played Dungeons and Dragons.
I wouldn't be saying that, Rick. What's wrong with you? You're the odd man out here, buddy.
Yeah. I had girlfriends.
Oh, I did too.
Oh my God. My girlfriend played Dungeons and Dragons. There you go. Have that one.
Right, along with Manti Te'o's girlfriend.
Oh,
Manti
that was a little bit wrong.
Yeah, and Tim Witherspoon put it perfectly. He said also trolls usually have teeth.
Oh,
Hey guys, to answer your question about how many miles, 79,000 yards, it's over 45 miles.
my
He's throwing
God.
for over 45 miles.
Wow. Tom Brady.
70 kilometers.
He could throw a football to Lutzenbach 4 times.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Tom Brady is more than halfway to Orlando from Tampa.
God. 45 miles.
In passing.
That's crazy.
That's insane.
70 kilometers.
What did he say?
Liz?
70
Liz is awake.
And that's our English speaking friends. Yeah.
Oh, come on. Wasn't that?
And what's crazy is if he does come back next year, which for all intents and purposes it sounds like he will be, he'll break Drew Brees' record because Drew Brees is just a little over 80,000.
Yeah.
What's he short of? How short
I
is
think he's about by maybe less than 2,000. He's less than 2,000 short.
So
Let's go to Super Bowl yardage.
Please. Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, Drew Brees has got 80,358 yards.
How much does he have in the NFC Championship games?
10.
Dude, I'm not going to break into all that crap. I'm just looking at the overhead
Man,
number.
you brought this stuff up, man. Now you got to continue. You're the stat guy tonight, buddy.
12 days when you guys lose and you're crying, you didn't do this right and you didn't do that right. And Rick, you took a picture of me and never showed the guys.
Oh boy, you're asking for it.
Rick.
You're asking for it.
On Sunday, you're on the wrong show right now. This is what's cooking in the South. Buddy.
Was it?
Rick, just pull up that still you have from Return of the Jedi.
Listen,
Does everybody speak
I have a still of Brian full screen. I did a screen capture.
Put clothes on.
And I can tell you that this coming Sunday night at 9:00, part of my show is a little segment that we have called Words of Wisdom, and this week it's featuring Brian Pearson.
You should change it to Jabba with a mustache.
Change it.
70s porn star.
Oh, wow. Anyway. Yeah, Brian, I got to give Brian comes here all the time. Can you guys imagine spending all of your time like on a Saints chat? I mean,
not really.
Think about that. I mean, what would that be fun?
I go on quite a few chats, man. So
you go on quite a few chats, but you're not on a Saints chat every night.
No.
Right. You're not on a fill in the blank chat every night.
Oh, I kind of am with the Green Bay Packers. I go on their chats and just rag them.
Isn't it hilarious?
Every night, all year long?
I've been on with the Green Bay Packers chat since, let's see, what was it? It was week 3, I think it was.
Okay.
I started going on their chats and checking them out.
Well, it's pretty easy to bust them.
Rick, I did my homework.
Yes, sir.
Tom Brady has 2,838 yards in the passing in the Super Bowl history.
Wow.
His number 2 follower is Kurt Warner, believe it or not, with 1,156. Followed by Joe Montana, John Elway, and Peyton Manning with give or take 1,000 yards.
Wait,
no Drew Brees?
Something's not right about that. Something's not right about that. Something's not right about that. Hold on. Brady, you said has how much?
Most passing yards in the Super Bowl history, career-wise. Brady has 2,838. Warner has 1,156.
2,838.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Kurt Warner has 1,156.
And
Montana has 1,152. Elway has 1,128.
Super Bowls did he go to?
Who? Kurt Warner?
Yeah.
3, right? Didn't he go 2 with
Yeah.
St. Louis and 1 with Arizona?
Yeah, that's right.
2 with St. Louis. They lost 1. Oh, that's right. They lost 1 to the Rams. I mean, to the Patriots. I think it was the Patriots' first win or close to it. Yeah.
Right. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the best show on turf back then.
Okay. So he did that. Wow. That's impressive.
There's no Breeze on here. Where's Fat Boy on this one? I thought
I didn't think he was going to find Breeze on there anywhere.
Keep scrolling. Keep scrolling.
I'm gonna look. I'm going deeper in. I actually hit it. I'm gonna open it up.
Going deeper.
Okay, here we go.
He's going
Tom
deeper
Brady,
in.
most starts for the Super Bowl. Quarterback position. Tom Brady has 10. Elway has 5. Montana has 4. Peyton Manning has 4. Bradshaw has 4. Jim Kelly 4. Roger Staubach 4. I don't see any Breezy on there.
Down there 1. You realize Drew Brees has as many Super Bowl appearances as David Woodley.
Yep, that's true. Most pass completions in Super Bowl history. Brady has 256. Peyton Manning has 103. Warner has 83.
Wow.
Montana has 83 and Kelly has 81. And
So we can start talking about Jim Kelly. We can start talking about Breeze in the same light as Brad Johnson and Trent Dilfer.
Yeah.
One for one.
Okay,
Joe Flacco. Oh, Joe Flacco's probably got more yards in playoffs because he's been to a lot more of them.
That's true.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean,
it's just
Flacco's
don't see
nice.
You know, Matt, those are crazy stats.
As they break out.
Those are crazy stats. And every stat you read so far, unless I'm mistaken, Brady has lapped everybody else in the field.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Most NFL championships by a single player. Tom Brady has 6. Herb Adderley, we all remember him from the Packers and the Cowboys. He had 6.
We all remember him.
Forrest Gregg, before he put on the coaching headset, 6. And some guy that we all remember and know so well, Fuzzy Thurston. Fuzzy Thurston, ladies and gentlemen, coming to you live from the Colts and the Packers, has a total of 6.
Oh, my God.
Fuzzy Thurston, ladies and gentlemen. That's crazy.
Wow.
Every one of these is Brady's on top, and it doesn't matter how they break it out. It's just stupid.
Yeah.
So, you know, the best part.
The point here.
Go on, Professor.
The point here, Brian, is stop being stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Terry Bradshaw's got more championships than Breeze. And they said Terry Bradshaw was dumb. Remember, you couldn't stop casting and see the team.
The best part about all those stats is he's the Tampa Bay quarterback now.
Exactly. Exactly. You know, yeah. But that's us being silly, but it would be different if Brian had Mahomes.
If he had Mahomes, he'd be all happy. And didn't Brady come on and say, you don't need to talk to me, talk to the rest of these guys post game? Didn't I say that?
Yeah. They kept wanting to talk to him, and he's like, no, talk to somebody else.
Yeah, that was awesome, wasn't it?
Hey, Brian, before you type, think first. I know it's hard to do, but just think first.
He has a hard time with spelling. You expect him to have any logic and reasoning skills? The guy's crazy.
There is hope.
Yeah, I guess if you always see the good in something, I'm still looking. But we'll be okay. That's all I got for you tonight, Professor. I actually did some stat work, though. I'm pretty proud of myself.
I'm very proud of you, man. You did your research.
What's Brady's blood type?
Oh, it's probably on something. I'm not going to go look it up.
AB negative?
I bet he's O positive.
AB positive. Get it?
Yeah, he's got to be O positive.
No,
He
AB
doesn't get negative.
Let me ask you guys something. Before the season started, before the first kickoff, I wrote an article for Bucks Report called "The Most Successful Season in the Most Successful Offseason in NFL History." Is that true?
I think once it's all settled out, I think it is. It's got to be close. We went from a team that was pretty damn good to we're on the verge of, if we keep this team together for several years, and I know one or two of them is going to go, but we've got something that could be a mini dynasty if we play our cards right and everything stays as it is, Brady wise.
Bro, I'm looking at it could be a much longer dynasty than people think because I've said it at the beginning of the year. I'll say it now, and I'll say it until he walks away. Brady is probably going to coach here.
You think so?
Here?
I honestly believe that. He came to the guy who teaches people how to coach.
So what's Carson Palmer doing right now, Johnny? He's in the booth, isn't he?
You don't understand the difference between Carson Palmer and Tom Brady, man.
Come on, that's funny. Lighten up, Johnny. He's kidding.
I know he's kidding.
I'm never going to put Carson Palmer in the same category as Tom Brady, although he had an opportunity and he got hurt. That guy never really got to be everything he could have been. As far as I'm
I don't
concerned,
think Carson Palmer had that football love that Brady has. He didn't even.
Well, I wouldn't say do it for 21
when-
years, but if he'd have done a regular average quarterback lifespan in the league without a major injury, the guy had all the gifts: tall, arm, smart. He knew how to do it, but fate just got in the way, and that's unfortunate.
He was on the wrong team. I mean, you stood out in Cincinnati, and I think Carson Palmer actually said Cincinnati is where quarterbacks go to die.
That's not even nice.
Yeah,
it was Cleveland for a long time, and maybe
Carson never showed that football love that you see in real great quarterbacks, man. No, he no. He
man, every time he broke the huddle, I heard a saxophone solo. It was beautiful, man.
Oh man!
Wow.
Barry White coming out of the huddle there. He breaks into little Lou Rawls.
Yeah.
Doing his cadence in a freaking octave too low for everybody. They couldn't hear anything. They all pick it up by the vibration in their helmet from all the reverb.
Wow.
Anyway, it's amazing what 3 cups of coffee and a little Mongolian beef will do for a guy. I can get kind of stupid.
Oh my God! Now you brought up something else. You brought up something else that Mike's never had.
You never had Mongolian beef, Mike?
Bro,
Chinese food?
having a hard time with brisket for God's sakes. Hey,
Mike, do you ever leave the house?
No, we've got it figured out. He doesn't leave the room.
Tyler brought this up. What was it, last week?
Yes, a couple of weeks ago. Yes.
Last year? Sorry, Steve. Well, I try to do better.
Guys, I want you to think about something. Okay? I want you to think about this. Drew Brees and Aaron Rodgers have won as many Super Bowls as Jeff Hostetler.
Oh, gosh.
Okay?
Oh, no.
Phil Simms?
Wow.
The truth,
Drew Brees
the truth guy here, he said, sorry, folks, is this and maybe next, but after TB leaves, so will much of the talent. I don't agree with that. Some of the talent will leave, yes, but this team is built on a foundation of talent.
Well, this dude hasn't said anything right the whole time, so now I feel better. I mean, he hasn't said anything right the entire freaking time in here. I mean, oh, come on, man.
Did you see that? You see that one?
Which?
The one he says, what I just said, folks, it's this. Oh, never mind. You're talking about the talent leaving because Brady leaves. Yeah, some of it will. Guarantee it, because some of them are just there on the retirement plan to get a Super Bowl ring.
Right.
And then again, this team is not built on just free agents. It's built with a good, solid draft basis.
Right.
The foundation of this team is solid, man.
All of a sudden, we ended up with a bunch of youth on this team. And I remember when they drafted Devin White instead of, what was the other guy, Devin, that they were supposed to get? And everybody, everybody was, oh, what the hell is Devin White? Well, look at what we got now. You got one of the top linebackers in the league.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
And I was in that draft party with Peter Blake that night that they drafted him. I was.
And you remember? You should remember the argument me and Peter got into that night.
Yeah, you did. Peter gets on a kick sometimes, and then you got to knock him around. But you'll never win.
We didn't speak for 2 weeks when I told him that Tom Brady was going to be a buck.
And then he ran. The Super Bowl or bust thing, and you called him up and said, "No, it ain't the way it's supposed to be." And he got.
I'm with Johnny Dean on it. It all depends on your definition of the word bust. Let's get into that. Hold on, guys. I got to run commercial again when we come back. Okay.
All right, bud.
All right.
All right.
All right, you guys think I'm joking about this? Whenever I make comments about this, let me show you what I have to. When I tell you it's like the condescending eyes staring at me the entire show. Let me show you what I just during that commercial break turned next to me and took this picture. Hold on, let me get it downloaded. It's constant, man. It's just this look of you're a freaking fool. I mean, it just. Oh, hold on. There we go. Download. All right. So anyway, what I wanted to talk about, what we were just talking about before we went to break. All right, I got this now. Almost up.
What do you got, that 56K dial-up thing going on there? Somebody's sending you a fax at the same time, Rick. It won't work.
Well, that's I got to deal with. And I can boot them off the show if I want. Just staring at the entire freaking show. Just
the greatest producer of all time.
I mean, it's just sitting there the whole time.
One thing, Rick, the Harris one.
I almost picture the tapping the fingernails like.
You need to shave it, Rick.
Step up your game, buddy. Step up your game.
That's funny.
It's constant.
Brian Pierce, Deshaun Watson's going to be in New York.
I don't know. You know what? I don't know where he's going. But Brian, aren't you all over us telling us you don't want to go get quarterbacks? And now look at you. What happened, man?
Hey, Brian, I got some advice for you, man. Now, I'm going to give you some serious advice. Two of my all-time favorite quarterbacks haven't got rings, okay? Dan Marino and Jim Kelly. They have 0 rings, all right? It's fine to be a fan of a quarterback or a player in the NFL, but don't try to bring stats or don't try to downgrade another player to boost your player's image and stuff. It don't work that way, man. You can have your fandom all day. I don't care. If you want to be a Bills fan, a Chiefs fan, a Saints fan, God forbid, any team you pick, great. Stick with them. Be solid. But don't try to come at somebody with BS.
Don't try and say you're not a real fan because your team's in the Super Bowl and mine's not. It just kind of doesn't make a lot of sense.
Right. It makes you look
You know what's
And I say it politely. I don't have a polite way to say it. It makes you look dumb.
The thing is this: I think Brian just types and doesn't think, because he says you guys should be wearing a Buccaneers jersey. If you were real fans, you'd be wearing Buccaneers jersey, and then he comes on wearing a Phillies jersey,
Right.
or Phillies shirt,
And it's not even baseball season. So-
right? And he's in New Jersey.
spring training.
Yeah, I don't know.
Probably a Lakers fan in New Jersey. You know that?
Willow Meadowbrook. That was a good one.
Let's see. Let me pull it up here. What is it? It's Saints don't need to go get a quarterback. They
Wasn't Brian saying that, or whatever his name's saying that the other day, though, that we got Jameis coming in next year?
Yes, he was saying that the other day.
All of a sudden, he's sitting down the river.
Brian, you go, buddy. We're 100% behind you on the Jameis Winston thing. We want you to know, Brian, as fans who you're right, Brian. You're right. You said every quarterback that we have, we think is the greatest, and we had Jameis. We think he's the best. So from the very bottom of our hearts, we want you. Hold on, let me do this right. Hold on, Brian. From the bottom of my heart, I want you to know that we believe in Jameis. From the bottom of our heart, we want to see him succeed, and we want you to give him the ball next year a lot, because he's just awesome. He's fantastic. I believe in Jameis. I believe in Jameis. You can believe in Jameis.
Come on, Ernest Ainsley, get to the top of it all.
All right, there we go. That's just
If they make Jameis Winston the quarterback next year, the Bucs are going to win the division for the next 5 seasons.
They really haven't got much choice with $100 million salary cap.
They're $90 million over the salary cap. $90 million. What are they going to do?
Someone's got to go.
What's that?
Someone's got to go.
Not someone.
A lot.
I'm just paraphrasing. Yeah. But
What is the salary cap? This is an interesting.
It's going to be less next year.
No, I want to. But what is? No, it's not, because they're playing an extra game. What is the salary cap?
I'm going to look it
Let
up.
me look this up. What is the NFL salary cap?
Salary.
A bunch of money.
No, but
I was not prepared to be serious tonight.
no, it's a wrong show, man. You're thinking the other one. The other one's the one that really goes off the rails. Live from the cheap seats.
I would have never seen that question coming in.
Think about this. The NFL salary is
176 million.
176, yeah.
Okay.
175, really?
So listen, if the NFL salary cap is 176 million and the Saints are 90 million.
Dude, this page that I'm looking at here says that the Saints are at 112,187,767 over
The cap. They literally have to cut half their team.
Wait. Peter Blake was actually talking about the Saints Super Bowl or bust. That is a bust. When you go over the salary cap, like that, and you don't get past
that, is Super Bowl or bust.
Here's an
and I
check
agree.
this out, Rick. Check this out. That's a 32nd worst. They're followed by the Eagles, who are 53 million over. That's the step from A to B.
Think about that. Wait, whoa! This is awesome. Say it again. Say what is
the Saints are at 112 million over. Their closest competitor is the Eagles at 53.5.
Jesus. That is literally the definition of Super Bowl or bust.
And Jason Light is a terrible GM.
You have
Good
to cut
Lord.
2/3 of your team.
You're going to have a rookie team next year, Brian.
You have to cut 2/3 of your team.
Good luck, sucker.
Buccaneers are at
I love it whenever that hat pops up.
You don't see anything. It just boing. You say, whatever he's got to say, pop right straight back down. Good.
Buccaneers are at they have 24 million in cap surplus. So
Wow.
they're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, seventh.
Who is that?
Seventh in the league, seventh best.
Who?
The Bears are the highest
How
paid.
would be a bust, Brian? How? We didn't go over our cap limit, dude. We didn't spend everything we have to get to this point. You did. You did. That's the definition of bust.
Yes, Brian, the problem is this, buddy. Let's say the Buccaneers don't win, which could happen. Okay, I'll say it. Chiefs are a great team. Let's say the Buccaneers don't win the Super Bowl. Guess what? We'll be back. Sorry to bring Derek Brooks into this. We'll be back. Okay, where are you going to be at 112 million the salary cap? I mean, you're going to have to cut. Oh my God!
How do you get there?
Your team is done.
112 million bucks over the cap.
What are you going to do, Brian, when half your team's with the Bucks next
Over
year?
the cap.
Here's the Jaguars. The Jaguars are the leading in the league with 73 million cap space. 73 million available.
Where are the
versus 112 million over.
Yeah, where are the Bucks?
The Bucks are sixth at the 24 million over. 24 million surplus.
Yeah, 24 million. Okay, so how much of that? How much of that is Donovan Smith?
I don't remember, but it's a chunk.
That's a great question.
After this year, none. He's got to renegotiate his contract, dude.
I think it's like 18
year on
million
that contract.
Yeah.
The Bears have the highest payroll in the league.
I guarantee you, whether the Bucks win or lose, whether the Bucks win or lose, they're going to have most of their major players now come back. They'll renegotiate contracts. They'll do whatever they have to do because if Brady's coming back and they got this close this time, they're definitely coming back for another.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Sorry, I was wrong.
The only one I think we're going to lose.
There's no way that's right because we know that the Saints are the highest.
I was wrong, but yeah, okay. Sorry, my bad.
I think the only one we really stand to lose is
going to look
be,
like you'll have free agents from your team. Yeah,
And
no,
what
really.
point is that?
Hold on, Brian. There's two free agents that are of concern. Really,
Sue.
Chris Godwin. No, didn't Sue sign for what? Did Sue sign for 1 or 2 years?
I think he did 2 years last year. So he played last year and this year, and he's up.
No, he resigned
up
this year.
No, he resigned this year.
Oh, well, that's good then.
1 or 2 years, but I think they may have to re-sign Sue. Okay, so they re-signed Sue. You know, okay, you re-sign Sue, but you really have to worry about Gerald McCoy. Sorry, my brain was already filling in that spot. No, you really have to worry about Chris Godwin and Levante David. Those are the two you got to worry about.
You buy Levante and you let Chris go.
That I think is going to happen. And Shaq Barrett also.
Let him go.
No.
I'm not letting Shaq Barrett go if I can help it. And I think Shaq will take it. Shaq has already been proven to take team-friendly deals.
I think that you take Shaq Barrett and you keep Shaq Barrett and you keep Levante David. And I mean, because let's be honest, there's so much depth that they have right now at wide receiver, and they said they want AB back. I mean, they got this. This is next year is not going to be. It's coming. Listen, here's what I think is going to happen. They're going to go down the same road the Saints probably have gone down, where they're gonna keep pushing back the contracts, pushing back, and it's all going to come back to a head at some point. They're going to have to blow the whole thing up, but that's not for a few years down the road, just like it wasn't for the Saints. So, look, that's how
I think we're going to let OJ Howard go and Chris Godwin.
Who? OJ? What? Who's he?
OJ Howard. OJ Howard. He's in the MASH tent. His freaking helmet.
Wasn't he with us like 5 years ago or something like that?
Huh?
I said, "Nice catch. Thank you for catching yourself there."
Yeah, I was about to go expletive there, but it's not quite midnight.
Yeah,
but I just don't think that OJ Howard is required. when you look at the whole team overall,
completely depends on what happens with Cam Brate. Cam Brate also, by the way, has a massive contract that will. There's no way they're paying him that next year.
no, but he'll have a ring and he'll probably do something. He's from Harvard. That guy will figure something out.
No,
Between the two, if we had to get rid of one,
I don't see us losing anyone that won't be replaced because, all right, if we get rid of Godwin, I'm quite certain that they've already started grooming Tyler Johnson for that spot.
No, I think that's what I think.
That's a given.
That's the reason they drafted him, is because they knew that the contract was coming up.
between the two, however, if we had to get rid of one of the Brate or OJ Howard, personally, I would prefer to keep Howard because he's bigger, he's stronger, he's fast.
He's way younger.
He's got to learn to block. That's one thing.
Yeah.
He won't be on this team if he can't block. That's been pretty much made clear.
Yeah. But I mean, this team has got depth. This is the crazy part. Man, if they just drafted, if they would only draft linemen on both sides of the ball for the whole draft, just nothing but linemen,
we're good.
I just don't see how this team could be touchable for years and years to come.
Exactly.
I think that's a great plan, Rick. They haven't really paid that much attention to drafting in the trenches,
right?
Constantly,
right.
They usually
offensive and defensive linemen, nothing else, just offensive and defensive linemen.
I agree with. Did you see the Truth's last comment?
No.
Bring that up, man. That I agree with 100%.
Need Gronk. No one blocks for Brady like Gronk. Yeah, I agree completely. No doubt.
Well, Gronk's already said he's coming back, right?
No, they said they. Oh yeah. Actually, isn't that funny? You know, his agents got to hate him.
Can't make any money off of that.
Gronk cares about his agents.
I mean, his agents got to hate him because Gronk's like, oh yeah, I'll come back. I don't care. What's the veteran minimum? I mean,
Gronk's agents are like that accountant on that VW commercial, man. Come on, man. What are you doing now?
Wow.
You bought a Volkswagen. I thought you bought a Volkswagen.
Think about how far we come, guys, though, from AB actually saying, not AB, I'm sorry, BA actually saying at the beginning of the season, before they got AB, and now he wouldn't be a fit here. We're not interested in him. We told him we want him back next season.
Yeah.
Because of one guy.
Yeah.
And AB had to make a big impression on Arians for him to say that because they did not get along in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, that's actually a phenomenal point that you just made, Stephen. Is from BA going from there's no way we want him, he's not a fit here, to saying he's got too much diva in him, to saying we want him back. That to me, that is Tom Brady. And that everything about that reeks of look at what Tom Brady's influence has been. And this is why I have said that I don't know that people understand the value of Brady. I don't think that people understand the influence that Brady, the way he has influenced the organization, and why I think the entire organization is different with Tom Brady. I believe that the way the marketing department is run, they never come in contact with Tom Brady, but this bug has gotten in even to the marketing department and how they market the team and the way that they approach the team and the excellence that they do everything with now. And I bet you the scouting department is busting their ass because they don't want to come back with bad info, and disappoint Tom Brady. We've got Brady for a couple of years. We'd better do a great freaking job getting the right people in here. That's what they've got to be thinking. And that's what I mean by Brady's influence is not only on people he's around. I think it infects the organization. Brady is like an infection of excellence.
And therein lies my reasoning for he's going to be a coach, man. It's just everything is looking that direction to me.
Yeah,
Wouldn't it be funny if he took Belichick's position?
That's another point. That's another point in my reasoning, man. It's like what he wants to just show everybody that it's not Belichick. You don't think so? I'll coach and show.
I think his interests are a little larger because he's got his TB12 brand, and I think when he retires, he wants to have that not just on the teams that he's on. He wants to expand it throughout the NFL.
Right.
Because the method obviously works. It's
I
obviously
think he
works.
wants to be on the field. He has to be a part of the game.
He'd be a fun
You
coach.
think-
I don't know. I have no idea what he's going to do. I have no clue. I don't
Have you
care.
ever seen anybody who
Freaking Super Bowl in a Bucks uniform?
we talked about just a while ago? Have you ever seen anybody as consumed by football as Brady?
No.
No.
But
All right.
it's consumed by excellence. That's the funny part. Is I've never seen anybody more consumed by excellence, because I don't think he's all consumed by football. You see him in the off season going on trips with his wife and his family, and he seems very into his family.
Other things, man. He could be excellent with his company. He could be excellent with his wife. He could be
Right.
excellent in
That's
all
my
sorts.
point. Everything is excellent with him. I don't think he's all consumed by any particular thing other than excellence. I think he's got some sort of, I swear, it's like a psychological disorder. I mean, there's probably some diagnosis for this obsessive compulsive thing that he's got going. That's probably what the diagnosis is. It's I've never seen anybody as driven to excellence. Either this guy is the luckiest mother ever, or he's got some sort of, there's something about him that's different than other human beings. And I don't mean that sarcastically. It's got to be something, because when he was in college, he wasn't this guy. Something happened. Happened. Now, I will say, and I just learned about this today, and I don't know how many of you guys know this, but did you know that Brady's parents during the first 2 weeks of the season had COVID and were in serious health?
Yeah, I read that.
Yes.
Like dad almost died.
Yep.
Wow.
And that's what he was going through during the first Saints game. And then the second week was his parents had never missed a game ever. They missed the first 2 games. His dad said he was so sick, he didn't even care about Tom playing in Tampa. He didn't care about the games. He didn't care about anything. He was barely alive. And
Like COVID's nasty.
that's what's on his brain during those first 2 weeks. So, man.
You know, playing football is an infection. Staying on that sideline and that team is an infection. When I left college, man, I didn't know what to do with myself, man. I didn't. I was like looking around for somebody to talk about football with, and there's nobody there. I went to my old high school and walked the field out there, and finally got a job teaching the assistant coach at the high school team where I worked. Okay, that game. Once you're in it, you don't walk away from it like that. And as obsessed as Brady is with it, I'm telling you, he's going to coach.
Yeah.
It's like a drug.
Brian says, I don't care who likes the Saints. It doesn't matter to me. I ride and die with my team. Props, brother. It's the first intelligent thing you've said all night.
That I respect, because you know what? The Saints and the Buccaneers, their rivalry is almost at the level of the Ravens in Pittsburgh now. And it's been a rivalry. It's been a long time rivalry, man. We were the first one. We won our first game against the Saints. We were the first one in the division with a title. It eats at them constantly. And them, when they won their Super Bowl, who was rooting for them here?
Okay, let's figure out what he's saying here. I come on here to see what other people talk about with their team. It's amazing. The Kansas City Chiefs.
Absolute lie.
We're not doing that talking like this. No, you know what? Fine. You know what? The Chiefs aren't doing this, and then they're stupid for not having a show like this. What do you want us to do on a show like this? Not talk?
They absolutely
Talk show.
Yeah, Brian has no idea what he's talking about. That's a bunch of I almost cursed. That's a bunch of BS. Let me tell you what. One of the reasons I can't stand the Chiefs is because they won one freaking Super Bowl in 50 freaking years, and you think they've won 6 in the past 6 years. They're talking all kinds of BS, Brian, and it's annoying. That's why we all want them to lose. So miss me with all that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Those sites, Brian. I'm an NFL guy. I run a What's Happening Sports Entertainment page, and I cover everybody. Okay, and I go in those and watch those videos and stuff. Don't even try that shit with me. Excuse me.
Yeah, Rick H. I feel a little weird saying this. I feel like I'm like, I don't know. Rick, I like Rick H. It's a little creepy for me to say that. Rick H says Chiefs fans talk more trash than anyone. Used to be Dallas.
Green Bay.
Used to be Dallas, but now Dallas has been so bad for so long that they don't really say much.
Green Bay talks
still
trash.
making money.
Yeah.
We'll never shut Dallas fans up.
Happen is when Tampa Bay loses the Super Bowl, New Orleans Saints fans are going to laugh at them.
New Orleans Saints fans are going to be relieved.
No, I'm just laughing at this like, ooh, that burn. I mean, really? You think that's like?
I'd love to punch him in the face.
Brian.
No.
Simmer down now, Sparky. No, listen.
Letterkenny's coming out.
Listen.
Hey, Brian, and you know where they'll be laughing from? Their couches, because they're not in the Super Bowl.
Exactly. Brian, you will be at home. You and your team will be at home on your couches watching the Super Bowl, while our team will be at home playing in the Super Bowl.
And hoisting it.
So stop talking, brother. Stop talking. At some
You know
point,
how improbable it's been that we break the first Super Bowl home field advantage in 55 years? That just to get that far is amazing to me. I can't believe it.
Chiefs podcast so far this week.
Hold on, I got it.
You're not looking.
No, we're not promoting some freaking Chiefs podcast. Don't even think about it, Johnny.
I was gonna message it to him, dude.
No, don't promote a freaking Chiefs podcast by sending it to him.
You know what?
He
You know what?
wouldn't-
You,
he
I just
couldn't
want to.
spell
I want to
Chiefs.
piggyback on something Matt
I
did.
hasn't figured out
Matt,
Google yet.
I want to piggyback on something Matt said. Literally, Matt, what you just said gave me chills because that is so true.
What's that?
To be the first team to play in their home stadium in 55. We're not talking 55 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
To be
And
the
there's been a
first
lot of
team to do
dynasty
it.
teams in Miami that never got to do
Yep.
that. When you think about, remember when they first came out of Super Bowl, everything was in the South. It was Miami, Miami, Los Angeles. And they had the Raiders back in the day. They had the Dolphins back in the day, and nobody managed to pull it off until they pulled one out of a COVID situation because we weren't supposed to have the Super Bowl, right? Wasn't this given to us?
That's right.
Part of all of this is the Saints have been together for years. The Packers have been together for years. And the Buccaneers, who are this, Brady comes in with no preseason, no camp, no anything, and it's going to be the difficult year. Year one for a quarterback is very tough in the Arian system. They're going to the freaking Super Bowl at home. Are you kidding me? At home.
They get to do press day and they can go back home and hop in a hot tub. They don't have to worry about hotels and room service and all the other garbage that goes into this road tripping thing.
You know what's interesting? I was thinking about this today. I was wondering how much that's going to affect the media, because the media is going to be in the hotels with access to the Chiefs players a lot more. And I wonder how that's going to play. Now, listen, and there's something I want to bring this up. I am so tired of every freaking game. I have to sit through these two things on my Facebook feed constantly. Somebody saying the announcers don't like the Buccaneers and the referees are against them. Every game. Every single game, every year. And it's not just the Buccaneers. I hear it about the Rays. I hear it about the Lightning. Tampa fans, stop it. Stop it.
That's part of the game, Rick. Every fan does that. Every team's fans do that. It's part of the game.
The idiot fans who don't know better. Yes, you're correct. And how about everybody get a little smarter and start to realize, no, the referees don't hate you. No.
They didn't like Bert Emanuel. They didn't like him at all.
No,
thank you.
That's not true. The rule. They actually followed the rule. They actually referees did the right thing. It's the freaking rule was the problem.
It's the same thing with Gruden.
No. Bert Emanuel created that rule, dude.
That's what I'm
That
saying.
rule was created because of that catch.
No, that's what I'm saying. They followed the rule in that game. The referees followed the letter of the law in that game. They had to change the rule because the referees were correct in how they called it. It was just a stupid rule.
Yeah, now I'll give the Saints credit for they got dogged out against Minnesota. That
Tom
was a
Brady and
horrible
Yeah.
miss.
Yep. Tom Brady and Drew
Damn, that was bad, dude. That was bad, dude.
Yeah, listen, the Saints got screwed in that.
That
The
one
Saints
was
got
terrible.
royally screwed against the Viking.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no doubt. That's a fact.
But I don't think they did it intentionally.
No, I don't think they did it intentionally. I think, look, you know how this whole thing, let them play, that we've been hearing?
Yeah.
Let them play, let them play, let them play. Well, that's what they did. They let them play. They just, wow.
What's capacity for the game?
27,000.
No,
Oh, they're putting in 7,700 nurses and first responders.
Oh, good for them.
They come with their vaccine paper and they can go in.
Are those free tickets?
Yes.
For those people, yes.
Good.
Yeah, it's free tickets for them because they have, as long as they've been vaccinated, they can go.
And Florida's vaccinating people. They don't do it in Oklahoma. I don't know where they're doing it, but they don't do it here.
It's Oklahoma. Yeah.
I'm not kidding. Nobody's even talking about it. It's just crazy. We're fine. We're just a bunch of hillbillies out here.
We
can't even spell Buccaneer.
The thing is this, that all these it's funny because they went, they said, wait a minute, all of a sudden they found out they were told, I guess the new administration was coming in and was told there were 100 million waiting, and they get in there and they find out there's like 25 million vaccinations waiting, and that's all. And so, I don't remember the numbers. Don't hold me to those numbers. They're not accurate. Sorry, guys. Don't get on me. I'm not trying to support.
How can you not be accurate, man? Come on.
I'm not trying to support or not support any particular person, whatever. This has nothing to do with that. I'm just saying the bottom line is when smallpox broke out, we inoculated over 100 million people in 2 weeks. And for some reason, we're not capable of doing that right now. Now, I guess it came out today. They're saying by the end of summer, the hope is that every single American will be vaccinated.
Well, what they are doing is they're giving it to the states to figure out. And I don't think they did the smallpox that way. I think that was just a military initiative, and we're just going to go get it done. Y'all get in line.
I think that's what's going to have to happen. And I mean,
it only makes sense that. Rick, they were giving vaccines to convicts, for Christ's sake, that are locked up.
And you should.
I'm not going to go too far down the road, but they depends on the state, and each state's got their own idea of who's important. Never in my mind would Charlie Manson be more important to get a vaccine.
No, not every convict, not every person in jail or whatever is Charles Manson. So hold on.
I understand that, Rick.
Okay, so to me, yeah, they're all crammed together, living in one. That's different. I get it. Look, all right, fine, but there should be. You know what? I don't want to talk about this. We're in the Super Bowl.
Hey, real quick, did you see what Brian just said? Did you see what Brian just said there, Rick?
What?
Which part?
About the line.
Yeah. Chiefs by 3.5.
That's the best thing he said all day.
No, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm a little annoyed by that because usually the home team, and we are technically the home team, gets 3 points. So essentially, that's like
we're more than technically the home team.
That's what I talked about earlier, Stephen. Embrace it. We live on that, and Brady definitely lives on that.
Yes,
embrace that. Dude.
Oh, yeah,
I agree completely with you.
Big time disrespect.
No, it's not. It's not. Hold on, it's not. They beat the Buccaneers by 3 in Tampa last time, so that's not big time disrespect. Okay,
when the home team normally gets 3,
they earned that. They beat them at home by 3 this season.
Yeah, they can only set the line on what they're saying.
There's so many corporate visitors that come to the game that it's not a home field like it would be in Week 15, where everybody's wearing Buccaneer jerseys in the stands.
Yeah, they're gonna be.
These are just schmoes that have a lot of money that are coming in here. And this year, a third of the amount of people that you can put in the stadium, those tickets are even more high premium. So they're not real Buccaneer fans or Kansas City fans. They're just coming to the Super Bowl.
But it's not true because they're going to have 22,000 in the stadium, and 9,000 of them are from Tampa that are being given free tickets.
Can you
And
imagine
the other 15,000 are from New England.
Robert Kraft's handing out tickets.
Johnny, I wanted to talk about this. You brought up something very, very interesting about Robert Kraft earlier today. You sent that to me. You want to talk about that?
You're talking about where he called Brady?
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't get into it too much because I was busy, but that happened after the NFC title game. Kraft called Brady.
Yeah, texted Brady, I believe it was. Yeah, and congratulating him and doing that. I noticed.
Actually, I think it was an actual phone call.
Was it? I thought it was a text, but okay. So he got an actual phone call from Robert Kraft, not Bill Belichick.
Hey, did the call go like this? I can change. Just come back. I can change.
Well, if you saw my show Sunday night, you probably saw what it was like. But
free backdrop.
That was great. You got to find a way to get that in. That was hilarious. That's the one that almost ran me off the road, which is why I was a little mad at you because I was driving when I was listening to that.
34-17, huh, Brian? So you want to be on the show again the week after the Super Bowl, or right after the Super Bowl, huh?
Brian, the seat's warm for you, brother.
It's plugged in too.
It's warm for you. I will tell you this: if there's one thing that I know, the producer has said one thing to me. That jackass is dumber than you.
How many games have you lost this season besides the ones we know about?
Wow. It's just amazing. I don't even know words. I'm at a loss for some of this stuff that he said. Listen, guys, as Bucks fans, I want to take a second here because as Bucks fans, we've experienced so much trauma and difficulty. And you're afraid to cheer, that you're afraid to believe, you're afraid to have confidence. That's the thing that's the thing with Bucks fans is we don't have any confidence, and it's understandable, and it's a defense mechanism where we're trying not to. We don't want to feel that way. I don't want to feel that way. I want to feel cocky going into this game a little bit. I want to feel confident. I want to feel good about it, and I don't. And it's okay. Even when my brain says I think we're going to win, I still am like, yeah, that can't happen. I mean,
whenever you get that nudge in your brain that wants to take you back to the old days, just think. In this game coming up, we've already faced them, and we faced them before our team gelled and went on that 7-win streak.
Yeah,
we faced them without Vita Vea.
Yeah,
we faced them without a full complement of players healthy, and AB was actually 7 games. What was that? 7 games ago? 8 games ago now?
Yeah.
AB wasn't even gelling in the team yet. He had caught 4 passes.
Oh, okay. I was like, was he even on the team at that point? Okay.
Yeah, and I got news for you, man. AB's going to come in, face a team that has a wide receiver that is competition to him.
Yeah.
In his image, and he's gonna want to show out too.
Yeah, I just
How's
think
his knee doing?
Oh, I guarantee.
Apparently, he almost played last week.
Yeah, there was
we're gonna find out.
By the way, I got to say this: the Bucks beat the Packers without AB, without Alex Kappa. I mean, this team is something, man. This team is.
You know what I really want to see?
It's an embarrassment of riches. We've just got too many people in too many positions,
and they're all back. They're all back.
I want to see AB and Scotty on the field at the same time.
Yeah.
That's fun to think about. That is fun to think about.
Who's faster?
Scotty.
Scotty's faster.
Scotty's faster, but AB's a better route runner.
Yeah,
Oh man, AB can plant that foot and go
Scotty
inside
has,
out.
yeah, Scotty has one route. I mean, he really does. It's just go. I mean, that's Scotty's route. But I mean,
On that catch
AB,
for the touchdown, he put on some burners. So that guy, he just smoked that defensive player.
He should have been yellow.
Bad.
He should have been wearing a yellow shirt with a lightning bolt on the chest.
I guess for you, Rick, I have a little bit more confidence for this reason that Casey has a phenomenal offense. There's no denying that. However, I believe our defense is better than their offense.
well, I do too. And I was actually going to say this earlier, and I agree with you completely. And this is where my brain says defense wins championships. The Bucks have the better defense. I get it. I said this when the Bucks were playing Oakland. It was the same thing in my head. It was, I know defense wins championships, but really, I mean,
By the third interception, had you changed your mind?
oh yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
When it was 28-3, I was freaking out. When it was 28-23, I was
Yeah.
pacing the room like a.
Oh, you're talking last week. This last week. Yeah.
Maybe this will give you a little bit more hope, guys. In that first matchup with KC, we spotted them 24 points in the first half, and
first
Tyreek
quarter,
Hill had
Steven.
right. And Tyreek Hill had over 200 yards
Yeah.
of offense himself in the first quarter.
Yeah.
He finished with 269.
Yeah. It's not going to happen again. And that's what I said. I think this is different. And what this is, my brain tells me the Bucks are going to win this. I'm usually pretty good at this. Okay. The brain tells me that the Bucks are going to win this. I do think look, I don't believe this is going to be a battle back and forth close game. I might be wrong. I'm terrified of the fact that it hasn't come down to a field goal all year. But my brain tells me this is not going to be a back and forth kind of game. Somebody's going to take on this game. Somebody's going to establish their dominance in this game. And,
I agree.
And I believe it's going to be the Bucks, but I don't know.
I kind of feel like it's going to be that back and forth game you were talking about.
Here's the thing. If the Buccaneers take a lead right off the top, and Kansas City is notorious for slow starting. If Kansas City starts slow.
Yeah.
It
sounds familiar, don't it?
It's on if that happens, because there's no way Brady's giving up a lead like that.
Yeah. There's not pin the ears back and let the defense loose.
Yep.
That's what's going to happen. And I'm with you. I don't think it's going to be close.
Yeah.
I watched all the other games. We should have beat Washington by 40 plus if it wasn't for drop passes. We definitely should have beat the Saints by 44. There were 2 drop touchdowns in that game.
And before the game, no sex.
Brian Pearson.
I'm all excited.
That's why I love you, bro. That's why I love you, Brian.
Steven, you just got me all jacked up. Thank you.
You got me. We're going to get 30 points. We need to let them have 20. And we'll
I
take
can
35.
seriously see the game covering the line.
They just said somebody just
3
said,
points.
I think the pirate ship will be covered. I don't believe it's going to be covered. I just think they're not going to fire panic.
You covered it in confetti.
Yeah.
That's where they'll do the trophy.
Rick, did you see Brian's comment right there? With this sports talk show, I can take the punches wherever they say. To me, I can take it. It doesn't bother me. It's all in fun. I enjoy every moment of it for the next 12 days.
Awesome.
What a liar. Stone cold liar.
You know what?
I think he enjoys it. I think he knows we like him. I do. I think he knows we like him.
Yeah, Dean was out during that Chiefs game also.
What's that?
Dean was out and during that first game also.
Yeah, that's why I just think this is going to be a whole different animal. I really do, and I think Bucks take the lead. What's that?
Both Whitehead and Winfield, they're coming back.
Whitehead for sure, most likely yes, but Winfield, yes.
You know what would be
that
cool
was that's what happened in the second half when those 2 safeties were gone. That's when we started kind of sweating it a little bit. because they didn't have the depth that they normally have. I mean, those are 2
They're back.
A1
I don't know about Whitehead. I don't know about, but
I got to give it to the offensive line coach. He has actually developed those players into a great offensive line.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Thank God Warthog's gone.
You know what
Who?
Yeah.
Warthog.
Warthog.
That's my nickname for him because he was offensive line coach for the Bucks for I don't know 3 coaches or 4 coaches, man.
Yeah, and it was terrible.
And he was horrible, man. I had no clue why they kept him on this team.
Yeah, I don't know.
I would love for the Bucks to wear their creamsicles for the game.
Yeah,
Next year, buddy.
next year.
How cool would that look?
Yeah, you know what? You know what I'd love to see happen? Here's the dream. This is the dream. For the Bucks next year to go undefeated and win the Super Bowl in the creamsicles. To completely undo the not win a game. To completely shed that would be next year to win the Super Bowl in the creamsicles after going undefeated.
And pop them champagne corks every year.
What's that?
And pop them champagne corks every year for the next 50 years.
No, I don't care about that. I don't care. For me, it's just more that would be the final exorcism.
I'm going to tell you the truth, man. When Tom Brady comes out on the field in Bucks creamsicle, I'm going to have my room sealed off.
Yeah. Nobody needs Pornhub. We've got
that
Brady
comes
out
right there.
Creamsicle. That's what it's going to be. Yeah, I'm with you.
Are they going to have that as part of their uniform rotation, or is it just for the color game?
I think it's just a throwback game.
Daniel Dean, Kappa, Vea, Marpet were all out against the Chiefs. And Brown was brand new. Wow. This is going to be a different ball game. That's why I said the Chiefs are facing a different team. The Bucks are facing the same team.
And then without their 2 best offensive linemen, their left tackle and their right tackle.
Yeah, without Oh man, I'm getting jacked up.
That means all right. That means that Sue and Vida are going to blow up the middle, and then our edge rushers are going to have
Shaq Barrett's going to have a field day.
Hey,
Shaq and JPP.
Yeah,
both of them.
I'm so jacked up. I want a shot of Red Bull. I want a shot of Red Bull.
I think the person that's going to have the best day on defense is Devin White.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's going to be your spy, dude. He's going to be your spy.
This is the thing. If you would have gone into the last Super Bowl and said the MVP was going to be Dexter Jackson, half the Buccaneers fans would have said, who?
I said who when they said it. I didn't know who the hell he was.
Dirty Jack.
Right. So who knows who's going to be the MVP in this? I mean, if you told me right now, Rick, make a guess. I want to hear your guess. Who? The obvious is to say Brady, just because that's what he does in Super Bowls. But I'm gonna say other than Brady, I think it's gonna be Fournette.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, Rick. I think it's going to be Fournette. They need to use him often, early and often. In fact, I was kind of pissed in the last game whenever they used Rojo. It was obvious that Fournette was having a lot more success playing ball.
I felt the same way. I felt the exact same way.
Offensively, I'm going to go with AB. And defensively, I'm going to go with Devin White because I think with the edge rushers we have covering the outside, the middle getting blown up, I think Devin White's going to have so many shots at Mahomes.
I'm going to get sentimental and say I want Levante to be the guy on defense.
Yeah, yes, me too.
Just because I just want it for the guy.
Yeah.
But
I tell you what, Devin White has crazy closing speed. I mean, that guy.
It's hilarious. I love it when you'll see it. Like you'll see, I don't know, like Kamara. He's sweeping to the outside, and it looks like he's got open field in front of him. And all of a sudden, there's this like bolt, just out of nowhere, just comes slamming into him, out like from completely off screen, just full speed.
That fumble recovery last week that he did, he was out of the frame of the picture when that was his man, and the safety picked up the guy and hit him with the football.
Yeah,
but Devin White came 3 or 4 yards off screen,
dude, and
picked up the ball in the second hop and was gone.
That was the most perfectly targeted forced fumble I've ever seen. Jordan Whitehead was perfectly on target with
It
that.
was the second time doing it during the game.
You
Right.
see that bounce he got? Nice
It was
bounce.
the, but it was the second time that happened. He did it earlier in the game. He did the same thing to somebody else.
He hit full on.
To roll right back to one of their players.
Yeah,
He hit
the
full
tight
on
end
the
picked it up.
ball. If he'd hit anywhere else, they'd have called him for targeting.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he's a thumper, though. I mean, he hits hard. You saw he put Jones out of the game. That hit knocked him
that
out
guy
of the
never
game.
came back.
Yeah.
That guy never came back after that play.
Well, here's hoping. Here's hoping he's back.
Yes.
Well, we got 2 weeks.
Andrew
I keep
Adams, I'm
forgetting that
sorry.
We got a
What's
week to recover.
Yeah. What'd you say, Johnny?
Yeah, I said, I need Whitehead in there. I don't want to see Andrew Adams out there covering nobody.
Right. So, oof.
So, what do you think the over/under is on takeaways? You think we're going to match the Raiders game with 5 or 7 takeaways?
I can honestly see that. The comparisons, number one in offense.
Now we're pipe dreaming. Come on, look, just beat them. Let's not get silly.
I want to hang a 50 burger up on the screen.
It's not that far fetched. The Raiders were coming into that game just as hyped up as the Chiefs were. Dude. We were the underdogs in that game, also.
Yeah, I know.
And we kicked the crap out of them.
Yeah.
Simeon Rice is faster than a cat on fire.
Oh, man. Simeon Rice. Don't get me started on him and his Hall of Fame.
Why is he in the Hall of Fame? Why not?
Amazing. Guys, it is midnight. Let's call this a show.
Okay, show.
I was planning on doing an hour and a half tonight. We just went 3.
I think I'll call it a great show tonight.
Yeah, thank you guys. I really appreciate you guys hanging in there with me and having a great night. You guys, this is a special crew. I like you guys right now. This is a.
We love you.
So, can you talk to the dude, see if we can get a little cut? I'll send you my PayPal.
I think you should talk to Mike, man, because he's the one that's out here sponsoring lids.
Yep, there you go. Yeah, talk to Mike. Mike I think has a lid sponsorship somewhere. Johnny, you go first.
All right, man. This has been great. You can find me at
what to do.
I'm getting there. You can find us at What's Happening Sports and Entertainment on Facebook. That's the only place you'll find me because I don't do the Twitch, Twitter, or tick crap or whatever it is. I'm kind of old school like my buddy Matt Colson over there. And I will be trolling these shows. That's it. See you later.
Thanks, man.
See you.
Okay, Steven, you want to go?
Sure thing.
Where do they find you?
Hey, thanks. Well, you guys have my own YouTube channel, but I'm really enjoying being here. I'm a huge fan. Rick doing a phenomenal job, and I will definitely be back as long as I'm allowed to come back. I had a great time on the show. It didn't even feel like 3 hours, man. It's been awesome. Thanks.
You are welcome back, and we will be back Saturday night at 9 for another What's Cooking, and then Sunday night. You know how that gets. Sunday, you know how that gets. So
no holds barred.
All right. Yep. All right, Steven. See you later this week.
See you, Steven.
Take care, guys.
All right. Who's next?
I'll go.
I'm out.
I'm
at exit 86 off of I-40 in the central part of the country. You can catch me anytime. Give me 2 hours notice and I'll meet you at the Buffalo Wild Wings. Exit 86, I-40, USA. Y'all have a great night.
Oh, brother. Have a great one.
See you later, buddy.
Oh, that was awesome. That was awesome.
Great
Mike?
show, Rick. A lot of fun tonight.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun.
3 hours.
Yeah, I appreciate you coming by as always. I mean, you guys, seriously, you guys make the show. You really do. Love having you around. And yeah, thank you so much.
Okay, see you Saturday, Rick.
You got it. See you then. Bye-bye. All right. And Brian Pearson, thank you for being here. And I mean that. As much grief as we give you, I do mean that. Thank you. Thank you to Willow Meadowbrook, who's always around. Tim Witherspoon, who has probably the best comments every freaking night. Christopher Cole, how you doing, brother? You've been kind of quiet lately. Rick H., nice to meet you. It feels a little weird to say that from one Rick H. to another. But nice to meet you, and please come back anytime you want. All you guys, thank you, Daniel. There are so many of you in here. I can't even get to all of you, but I want to thank you guys all for hanging around and having some fun with us tonight. And you guys are welcome back any night. I seriously love you guys. You make the show, and I mean that. That's not just words. So thanks. Have a great night. And as always, eat good. Go Bucks.